Because everyone else who's here and normally streams has already been streaming for other things. So
we're just chilling.
So after realizing that while it is mobile friendly, a phone screen is a lot smaller than a tablet screen. I'm the one who has to run the maps. Congratulations, you get to experience my favorite part of D&D, Theater of the Mind Combat, where you get to say, "Can I reach them?" And I get to usually, because I'm a nice DM, just say, "Sure."
Oh no!
Use your imagination.
As long as I can pretend I kill them, I can.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, you don't have to measure maps and shit. So if you're like, so generally I'll still give a rough approximation of where they are, with distance-wise, but you don't have to worry as much about, like, flanking rules. Like, with no map, as long as you're adjacent, I'm going to count it, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Keep in mind that also applies to them.
Oh.
Also, you don't actually know what combats I even have planned for tonight, so I'm excited.
I'm expecting a lot of death.
Let me change my name.
How about a lot of death? Might be a stretch.
Medium amount of death.
I think at least one of you will survive the night.
Oh, that's real reassuring.
No, you'll be fine.
If he did this, correct.
Well, the good thing is, as long as I don't tell you what's in front of me for stat blocks and shit, I can feel free to change them as I see fit to make sure that what I want to happen happens or doesn't happen. So if I don't, if it's a boss fight and I tell you ahead of time, there's a risk of a TPK here, I'm going to let the dice do what they do. If it's not a fight that is intended to be dangerous enough for a TPK, then if it looks like it's going to be one unexpectedly, I reserve the right to change shit on the fly.
Oh yeah, I just realized I'm still hurt from being attacked by fake flame.
No, you're not. We're gonna be staring. Well, you are, because role play I cut off at the end of last session, but you won't be before any possible encounters happen. You'll have a long rest. I'll tell you right now.
Aha. Well, mentally.
Matter of fact, if you want to take them all, take them now, so we don't forget later. Do it.
Oh yeah, good idea.
I'm fine with it, because all you're going to be doing at this point is role playing the effects of the damage you took. So it doesn't matter if you take the physical part for the sheet now.
LR. Here we go. Panda. Damn. Alright, close enough. It's D&D time. Oh, and coffee.
I even caught that before I opened it. What?
Rakish Audacities and also freaking fancy footwork's gonna be fun.
Oh, also, I almost forgot. I took the time to actually make a Spotify playlist before we started. Oh no, I don't need to play that right now. That's for when we get to possible encounters. And by possible, I mean definite encounters.
Oh dear. I gotta turn off all my crazy alerts. Because Tai likes to come in here and fuck shit up if I forget. There, and there. Oh wait, alert. That's fine. And Clippy, bye-bye.
Also, just for absolutely no reason that will not at all come into play in the future. Miss Draconis. So Question. Primarily, I'm going to ask everybody, but there's two people in particular it'll most likely relate to at some point in the campaign. But I'll ask everybody. Raina, you're the first. Even though I'm not at my PC where my normal voice chat order is for my screen, I know I have you first in it, so I'll ask you first. What is your alignment?
I think I put chaotic good.
Well, if you go into the personality section of your character, it should tell you.
Oh, that says your mom. I know that. Oh, alignment, chaotic good. Yeah, it says alignment, chaotic good on my phone.
Cool. Leonides, just because I'm doing it in the order that it's popping into my head now.
Mine's neutral.
Just true neutral?
Yeah, I had it set the true neutral valve. When I first written it, that might have just been me not understanding alignment the best, so...
Well, let's put it this way. For role-playing, it doesn't super matter. The only reason I'm asking is because I have ideas for possible rewards as we go through for different encounters and things. And sometimes, just because of the history of D&D, some of the items that I might give out may require or lack thereof. So that's more so why I'm asking. Role-playing wise, I don't really care what you call yourself.
But yeah, my official alignment was neutral.
That seems about right for you. Neutral's a good word for drunk.
Alignment's alcohol.
Robo, what is your alignment?
I'm chaotic good.
Okay, that makes very, very much logical sense. If you are going to play a good aligned druid, they tend to either lean towards some form of neutrality or chaotic good if they are specifically good aligned. Again, it doesn't actually matter that much for roleplay purposes. You just play your character however you want. But as it happens, you did pick one of the more common ones for a druid, so good for you. Amaya, what is your alignment?
I think it's neutral. Good. I'm trying to find where it says on the sheet though.
It is under personality, I think they call it. I think that's what they call it. I don't have a sheet in front of me.
Yeah, neutral good.
Neutral good. All right.
Alignment 1322 Chateau Grapevine.
Oh, and unless anyone specifically role plays fighting it otherwise, your suggested name of the rule of twos is in fact canon now. I've started using it in my notes to reference the party instead of just saying the party.
All right, I'm just gonna straight up say, wait, do we have a name this session, or we'll just assume?
I will give it to you in a moment.
All right.
Because I know people can change it as they're streaming. And I don't want to give you the name for the overall session yet, because it does reference things that are going to happen after the finishing of last week's roleplay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to you when it's appropriate. Also, last person on my list, Zen. I believe has arrived.
He's in here.
Robo, the thing is, like a lot of old wines and such would be list where they're grown or something, like Chateau or something, because rich families and all that. France.
I don't. Oh,
he's deafened.
He's deafened now.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. For some reason, my mic was working.
Yeah, your mic isn't working, Zen.
Now it is though.
Yep.
So for this, I have different alignments for every single altar. But if you want to just make it simpler on you, I can just go true neutral.
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, that's easier for you. Yeah.
Or let me put it this way: I mean, I know occasionally Damien will pop out, but for the most part, since the whole story is you're trying to contain him unless you absolutely can't afford to, what is since your main fighting one, which is where items and stuff would usually come into play, what is Zen's?
Lawful good.
Okay, well, good. And just because, again, it tends to be, not always, but it mostly affects combat items from the ones that I have in mind at least, what is Damien's if you pull them out?
Go chaotic evil.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Very different
Damn it.
sides of the scale.
Yeah, I expected that.
Yeah, and in hindsight, kind of makes sense. For at least what I currently have in mind that I needed that question for, it shouldn't matter too much for Zen anyway, because there's a specific item that I've either created and or have in mind that you'd likely not be the one that would care about using it anyway, so it just shouldn't matter. But I might occasionally pull other items like that into the bag, so I just like to have it known.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, based on your primary altar as Zen, the one item I have I'll tell you right straight up, the one item I have pre-planned, if you were interested in it, you won't be now because you can't use it.
Oh wait, what alignment is it?
You can't be lawful.
Oh shit. Oh damn.
You can't be, as a matter of fact, I will, because it probably will come up either this session or next one, if I'm honest. I won't give you all the details of the item until you have it. But I will say that will also not work with Amaya. No, with your party team, Amaya is the only other one that couldn't use it for sure. Because you cannot be lawful or a cleric or paladin.
Oh, I see. So just no one who's interesting.
You'll understand when you actually get the full description of it once the item's found.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
That said, everyone that's supposed to be here tonight has now arrived. Are we ready to go, or does anyone need to do anything else before we start? Alright. So, quick recap for all of our folks that are streaming this week and their groups. Last week, we'll go over to session 12's notes because I was on the ones for tonight. Last week, the party in a minor retcon, because sometimes when DMs plan sessions, we have an overall arc, but only plan the individual sessions 1 week in advance. They come up with ideas that contradict themselves. It happens. Deal with it. But in the official canon version, you were just returning home to start last session instead of having already been home. But I did let you keep your long rest. You encountered at the gate at the entrance to the capital city of Egos, which is our continent, both continent and country actually, because this is a one country continent. Not all of the ones in my world map are, but this one is. You arrived back at the capital city of Ethipoli and found at the gate you chose to enter from, you found a horrendous bloody attack. With about 25 casualties, about 20, I didn't give some specific numbers last week, but about 20 of whom would have been civilians.
Alright, I hear it again, okay.
Okay, I was just doing recap anyway, so you didn't miss anything. That you played last week, so this is more so recap for any viewers of streams and reminder for people who might forget things.
Yeah.
So you returned home at the start of last session from your encounter with the dragon and all of that goodness. And whatever else you dealt with, I forget. Bunch of stuff. To find the capital city of Ethipoli had been under attack by several of what you now have been told to refer to them as soul takers. The the 3 or 4 that the city had encountered, thankfully the city guard and some posted actual military elite guards, actual soldiers, were able to manage to fight them off once they figured out that fire and one other thing was a good way to destroy them. But there were about 25 casualties, 20-ish of whom were civilian. As you were moving around the city trying to get more information on the attack, this specific attack, you had a run-in with the noble who you filled in on the journey that he had sent you on when he revealed that he was also your benefactor for that mission, Xanjar. So presumably either Xanjar is his real name or an alias besides the noble, but either way, it's the closest thing to a real name you have for him. You gave him the details that you had found a platinum dragon, who is very, very old, and platinum dragons are extremely rare. This one is in fact so old that while most people who have heard even legends about him refer to him as a he, it's mostly because of the humanoid form he tends to change into. It is not entirely clear in dragon form whether he is actually a he or not, because he's such an old dragon, no one really knows for sure. You then found out from Ventar that a new era for the Crimson Wolves is going to begin. We never did actually get you guys going to that meeting. It's not a tremendously large scene. Unsurprising to anyone who knows that I like to reward good roleplay for PCs and or NPCs that used to be PCs. Ventar was voted as the new leader. Then finally, while you guys were in town talking to Yuck Yuck and his heroic board, seeing about possibly getting items or seeing what he might or might not have, two people were psychically attacked. Raina, who remained home to just chill and wanted a day off and didn't feel like going to town. Well, I mean, you were in town, but didn't feel like... Your house is like literally 10 minutes outside of town. It's still close enough that it falls under the city guard jurisdiction. But you decided you didn't feel like going. And Lucinda came to visit, and while she was in another room starting to prepare a meal, you passed the hell out from a psychic attack that made you think Kaldas Fagrath, who you killed recently, was back to life. You eventually came to and realized that it was in fact a magical illusion. However, the both physical, even though in D&D terms it was psychic damage, the damage that knocked you unconscious was very real. But it was it was caused by an illusion. So when you were getting struck by him, it was actually damage to your psyche.
Ouch.
You went and had a rest while Lucinda finished preparing dinner. Everyone else watched as Leonides went through something similar about half an hour later. As we jump from things, it's sometimes hard to tell for me to remember to stop and tell you the time, but they were about 30 minutes apart. Rainus was first. Just so you guys have a mental note of that. Much the same thing happened to Leonides, except this time seemed like a somewhat different effect occurred, but caused much the same kind of psychic mental damage. Leonides felt like he was trapped inside of a prison of sorts, made up, instead of prison bars, of emblems of his hated rivals, the what the hell did I call them? Or do we call them? The blue something?
Blue Pearl.
Blue Pearl. The Blue Pearl Brewery. Their emblems made up the bars, except that the blue fire portion of the emblem seemed to be real fire to him. And he proceeded to feel like he got burned to unconsciousness by it. When Zen detected magic, it was like, this is an illusion, and tried to pull him out to help him, and instead made him take a whole lot of psychic damage.
Emotional damage.
Very much so. Then, everyone eventually made it home, except for Amaya, who stayed in town to handle some private business. When everyone else returned home, Lucinda told them did not tell them the full details of what happened to Reyna and instead left that to Reyna to do. Reyna was about to barge in and say so when I cut off the scene because Reyna tried to talk before I got a chance to say don't. We'll get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amaya went and had her meeting with the person. Well, yes, also for those who weren't in the streams last week, during that same visit to Hyuk Hyuk's heroic horde, a window was broken with a rock that hit Amaya. That everyone originally, as players and some viewers, thought I was just doing as a running gag, and I sort of was that I used that as the method of delivery, but I actually turned it into a real story thing where there was a note wrapped around it with Amaya addressed specifically to Amaya asking for a meeting with no signature. Amaya kept the note to herself, figuring everybody would worry too much, which they still did anyway, because she kept it to herself. And then she eventually went to the meeting, where she met up with Lady Camilla Domino, Reyna's mother, who everyone wants to kill, who then proceeded to say, I chose you because you're the only one who will calm the hell down and let me talk. Will you listen to what I have to say, please? Which Amaya did. Amaya advised that she had possible intel from God knows where knowing that woman, presumably spies, that someone, she didn't drop a name, but it was pretty obvious who she was implying, that she knew that they had been sent to scale the mountain and look for that dragon that they found. She then proceeded to ask, did the person who sent you find out about the results? Well, first she asked, can you tell me, did your group find the dragon? Amaya went, I wasn't there because the player proceeded couldn't be with us the week that they did that part. But I've been told that yes, we did find them. And Camilla went, okay. Does your benefactor know this? And Amaya went, as far yes, they do. And Camilla went, that's very goddamn bad. And proceeded to loosely explain that she tried her best to translate some ancient form of common, but not all the symbols are easily translatable since it's so much an older version. But loosely, it's the research that she was looking into seemed to indicate that whether the person who found it, whose research he found, was the one doing it at the time or not, that there seemed to be a possible way. It wasn't clear what the way method is in as much research as she found, whether there's at least rumored of in ancient times, when more people knew the Draconic Mountain existed and what was on it, of a way to possibly scale the mountain and in some way either consume literally, which is what she's currently thinking it is, or could be magically. It's not clear. It's ancient common. But there's some reference to consuming eggs of powerful dragons to gain power for yourself. She's very worried that that's what the noble, aka Xanjar, wanted you to find. When you were up there, just to clarify, no one specifically saw any sign of eggs, but who knows, if that's the only big dragon, powerful dragon up there. And, like I said, the default calling Caladrin that you met, the Platinum Dragon, he has more to do with his humanoid form that he likes to take than whether or not you actually could verify what gender he is in dragon form. So for all you know, he could just like looking like a male humanoid when he's in here and be a female dragon. Hard to say, because they can turn a dragon that powerful can turn into any humanoid or beast shape. Whatever the case, it didn't sound good. Now, I forgot when I did my notes for the session yesterday and today to remind myself if Camilla had anything else to say. So for now, Amaya, we're just going to say that she parts ways at that point, because that pretty much covers the important part she would have to say right now anyway. The last thing she does say to you is, convince my daughter to meet with me. She
And
needs to hear this. She needs to hear this from me. You can come with her if you don't trust me.
Okay.
good luck with that.
Now, going back to the scene that everyone else tried to start without my consent last week, but now I'm giving the consent. Raina wanders in and says,
Consent is important to
as she
note.
wander-
Yes, I almost
as
died,
she,
y'all.
As she wanders in, so yes, that is now
Frickin-
officially canon that she walked into the dining room to meet you all and looked at you all, except Amaya, who's not home yet, and said, "I almost died, y'all."
I've been
You're
living
starting
among
from
the
there,
common
then?
people too much.
And that is where we are now starting the role play amongst you guys. Yes.
Yay.
What?
Yes, Kaldas tried to kill me. He was here. It's impossible.
I hate to tell you, but he's dead.
I was there, but
Technically, we killed him.
but it was so real.
That kind of sounds like something that happened while we were gone, but
You see Kaldas as well?
What happened?
no, more so like what happened at that store? It was like fire or something.
Oh yeah, you were going on about burn marks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was surrounded by
Yeah.
fire or something. Then
I don't like
passed
that.
out, and I was covered in burn marks or something, and then it disappeared after you guys kept telling me they weren't real. I don't know how
It
that
was
worked.
illusion magic.
Oh,
Oh no,
I
I
don't really care.
that's what I was going
Not
on about
so
earlier. Magic is weird.
only like burning
So-
others, not myself. That's unfortunate.
Just
That's what I
before
like
the
to
next person talks, I'm going to say this out loud, but I'm also going to put it in writing. I hate to interrupt, but I forgot something slightly important. When you go to leave Amaya, and I'll put it in chat just so that we both have a reminder that I said so. She does also give you all the notes she found
Okay.
as a sign of good faith. Continue, table people.
Yeah.
So what? More illusion stuff? Someone's trying to get at
Someone's
us?
someone must be after us.
This has to
You were
stop.
attacked here?
It needs to stop before it gets to anyone else.
Yes. I don't know how they got to
shit.
me.
Like me or then, or Maya even.
At this point, you all hear the swinging door from the kitchen side open, and Lucinda's just like, I suspect they probably, since most magic needs line of sight, they probably targeted you through the window.
Close all the windows.
Good to see you, Lucinda.
The window doesn't have to be open; they just have to be able to see through it.
I mean the curtains.
I had the right idea.
I'm sure closing curtains will stop someone from, opening them.
Well, this presents a
The
bigger issue.
curtains
We're
on the
being
inside.
Stalked. They not only, well, our home isn't really that hidden, but they not only know how to get to this place, but they also have been stalking us for a little bit, seeing how it happened to two people in different places.
It could be multiple people.
Well, multiple people, different
Could be a
places.
group.
Yeah. The issue is, this doesn't really look good for us.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't be
well,
falling
a lot of things are
over
looking
to
great
nothing.
for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we should have probably some kind of protection here. Whether
Yeah.
it just be
Mhm.
hired guards or some kind of magical protection.
Yeah.
Considering this is somewhat seems to be our place of residence.
Hmm. Out of character, Paul, is Amaya back at this point? I forget what we did at the end of that session. I forget if she came in like last second or.
No, she was
She
still
is
at
not
the
back
same
yet.
time.
She will be. It's not far from to your
Oh.
house, so she will be arriving momentarily.
Yeah.
Because obviously, there's implied time jumps of a few minutes here and there, but she has not made her entrance yet.
All right, thanks. Shoot, Amaya's still gone, isn't she? I hope,
Oh, yeah,
hope we didn't go
yeah.
after her either.
I'm sure she's fine. Well, that's the hope, anyways. Her business is her business.
Yep.
I'm sure she
True.
has it under control.
Hopefully.
She seems to get a lot of stuff thrown at her.
It's not safe
Must be
though.
a theme.
I still can't get over time I don't even know why she had that freaking band of like thugs after her. She's obviously getting into something.
Yeah, who knows? Probably
Yeah.
should know, our party a little better, but can't
Yeah.
force them.
We have some history going on. A few of us.
Everyone has history. It's just, is it history that can be uncovered?
Yeah, I was hoping mine wouldn't, but
Everyone.
fluffy white lady kind of made that impossible.
The secrets behind everyone.
Exactly.
Sadly.
Terrible secrets.
Robo. A brief out of character props moment. Robo, who doesn't say in character and out, doesn't often say a whole lot, coming in with the fucking fire statement of the day.
For real.
Gold medal.
Very true.
Making the statements they do make count. I love it. Also, I was going
Right.
to cut you off for briefly there anyway to say that now Amaya is walking in the door.
Amaya's joined Robo's TED Talk.
Yeah.
Hey, you okay? Amaya?
Yeah, just I'm going to take out the note and give it to them now.
Oh.
Ooh.
I received this at the shop, and
What is it? Some
how
churchy
do I
stuff?
explain?
This is a bunch of... Paul, does the notes at all have like
Oh,
a
actually.
signature who wrote them?
I'm just about to post it for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this was essentially what she's saying is this was attached to the rock that came through the window and banged her on the head. And here's what the actual note says now that you're all allowed to see it.
Just about to post it.
Your decision to travel with the greasy drunk will be your... Are you... Oh my... I just... Leanie's face palms and is like, are you kidding me? I'm not just a greasy drunk. Also,
In fairness, I wrote that and then had the actual roleplay scene where she also took a shit on everybody else too, including her kid.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
she's
pretty,
a-
whoever wrote this, I'd like to meet. Do you know where they went, Maya?
So when I went to the tavern, Wayna's mom was there,
Excuse me?
and
Sorry. What now?
she told me, yeah,
You didn't stab her?
she told me. I mean, if I did, I would have most likely died.
Okay, that's fair.
Is she still in town? Should we do something about this?
Well, no. When I met up with her,
Oh no, she's getting to us.
she knew about when we went on the mountain, trying to. I'm and she was asking if we found the dragon and if Xanjar, old noble, knew if we found it, and
Please tell me you didn't
let's
tell
just
her.
say we can be a bit. Let's just say we can be in a lot of trouble now.
Oh.
She always does this. She
You
has
told her,
spies
now
everywhere.
Shouldn't have told her. Now it's gonna go back on us.
We shouldn't have told
It's not a good
Xanjar.
thing that we told Xanjar.
We shouldn't have told who?
Xanjar, the noble.
I said we should have lied, but
Yeah.
But
not that would have went well. I mean, he seems like he could probably
But-
tell if someone's lying.
why is that the bad part? He's
Yeah, what is his concern with the dragon?
He thinks there's a ritual he can do to make himself stronger by eating one of the eggs of the dragon.
What?
Oh.
And if that happens, we'll be in a lot of trouble.
It sounds like it.
I bet she wants it for
Where
herself.
the hell's Xanjar?
Also, well, you know, she wanted to meet up with you.
No.
that doesn't make sense. He's not that much into like magic and stuff. Maybe some like disguise stuff, but that's more so like other things. He's not like some sort of cultist or something.
This sounds like one of Mother's tricks.
Zen would love to ask Wilhelm a question, considering Wilhelm seems to be very knowledgeable in everything. Zen would simply just ask, Wilhelm, what do you know of that ritual? It's truth, lies, whatever such be it.
Well, I don't remember if I gave him an accent or not, but for now he's not going to have one because I can't remember which one it was. Well, I've been around a pretty long time. When you're in any way connected to the magical world for a long time, you certainly hear things. I haven't necessarily heard a lot of details on that specific rumor, but I know such a rumor exists, and I can imagine that if you were to study it long enough, most things that, be they mechanical, physical, or magical, if you study something long enough and there is any truth to that kind of a theory at all, somebody could certainly figure out how to do it. Whether it's possible, I don't know. But if there are rumors, and if the rumors are true that it's possible, someone could certainly have put enough time in to figure out how.
Interesting. Oh, thank you.
Anytime.
And with that, Zen kind of snap out and say, where does Xanjar live? Does anyone know? Leonie, you seem like you know.
Well, considering that I'm an employee, I don't often ask my boss's place of living. However, I do have ways of contacting him. I could maybe set up a meeting if he's not busy at the time.
I'm less interested in meeting him, more interested in seeing what he possesses. As of notes and anything he has.
I know connections around town. They might know something, but I'm really not sure if anyone's that close to him. He's really cautious, but even then, this allegation doesn't sound logical. I've known him for a while. He wouldn't do. I don't think this is something he'd specifically do.
Well, I mean, hey, if we find out where he lives, I simply want to know notes. I want to know his things and anything that could, lead him to doing something like this. If there's something like that at his house, then it's a good idea that he probably is doing something like this. If not, then maybe the cat is a liar.
I can, you just hear Lucinda chime in. I can take you to where he lives.
Oh.
You can?
I can. I can't be seen going near the door with you because there's going to be guards everywhere, but I can show you how to get there.
Oh.
That would be much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
You better come up with a good reason why you're going to his house without him. Very few people get to go to his house with him, let alone without him.
I have a bad idea, so we'll see how that goes.
I have a few ideas how we could play this.
Zen has disguised self and would love to look like Xanjar. That would be funny. Awful idea, because Zen can't act for shit, nor can he lie. But it's an idea.
Worth a try?
I mean, I could help pass it off.
Assist me in my awful lying.
Nah, I mean, maybe you could speak of a rasp or something. I could try to pass it off like you're sickly or something. Might work, but I'm not sure.
Oh, meter.
Or we can just sneak in.
Yeah, that too. But you're not going in with that heavy. You wouldn't be able to sneak with that heavy armor, would you?
Actually, this armor's pretty light.
Oh, what is that made of?
It's
what's it
mithril,
called? Mithril?
Yeah. It's mithril, so it's pretty easily maneuverable.
Huh, that's actually really interesting. Shoot, we're getting off topic. I guess we're going to my boss's house.
I'll finish your dinner first.
Alright.
Okay.
Leaves, I guess, eats uncomfortably, thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have to break into my boss's house. He's either gonna be upset or he's just gonna straight up kill me.
Oh, God.
I also I also would suggest you wait till tomorrow. A couple of you have been through a day.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
See?
Work.
I could do with a light drink and a nap.
How much is a
I
light
will.
drink?
I will remain here for the evening so that you have someone watching the house at all times.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Very much.
And of course, being drow though she may be, she's still considered an elf, so she doesn't actually need a proper bed. She just kind of lays out a mat, basically a welcome mat in the front lobby, and just fucking chills for meditation.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, you finish your meals. You'll head to bed.
How's
Man.
sleeping?
Let's find out.
Oh,
Oh no, I don't like how you said that.
I think
Let's
he's
start
about to
with
pull something.
Raina. High or low?
I'm done.
Hi.
I'm so glad I asked.
You have a little bit of a rough dream, but you even while in your deep sleep, you know your brain still functions. You start very quickly remember that it was proven to be an illusion, and also your lady friend is out guarding the front door, so you feel safe and quickly get back to sleep.
Lucinda.
Now, to the other one. I am not rolling for you.
Oh.
You and I have already previously had a discussion about problems like this, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You've now had a second thing to cause these things.
Oh.
You are having a horrible sleep.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I love trauma.
Like such a horrible sleep that I'm going to do something kind of weirdly and homebrewed, but we'll get to that because I think it fits the story, but also I want you at full health. You have such bad dreams that while you manage to toss and turn enough to get, and I'll get into what your dreams were in a minute, but you managed to get just enough sleep to kind of recover. But despite not drinking nearly as much as you normally do, you basically feel like you had a hangover. Like you are barely able to get sleep. And you have several dreams. One of them is the one that you've occasionally had recurring for quite some time now.
Oh, I love that one. It makes me very paranoid of myself.
Which, if memory serves, the original dream that you had is that you were killing all your friends.
Yep, that's the one.
God.
Now, however, this has gone a step further. You now see a very specific weapon in your hands while you're doing it.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm hoping to eventually get custom artwork for this, so it may look a little different in the future. But for the moment, let me just grab a quick image that will work. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. The weapon that you are wielding.
And every day, another evil weapon.
Yay. Exciting.
Looks more or less. Just trying to find it. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. Let's go with that one.
Oh,
Let's go.
that's kind of fun. Let's go with that one. Is the scariest thing I've heard.
Spot them, everyone should panic.
Things you don't
No,
want your
the time
DM
you
to
start
say.
panicking is when I find the sword.
It looks something like this, but it is pure black like coal.
That's
and
ominous.
smoke, and there's smoke coming from it.
Oh.
Oh.
The
Ooh, can I have
general, but like I said, hopefully I'll get custom art done to show that better. But for now, imagine that on top of this kind of a blade.
Oh.
Fancy.
Oh. I
So
know,
imagine that
right?
like, pitch black. That looks edgy, but really dope and probably kind of scary looking. Considering how
Ceremonial
you
dagger.
described it.
Yeah, and given
Yeah.
that you, given your knowledge that short swords, because you use them a lot,
Yeah.
are while they are, like most swords, even ones that are known for slashing still have a point, and ones that are known for being pointy still have a bit of an edge. Generally, that's meant to be a thrusting weapon, and you are horrified to see that the lower half of that would serrate the shit out of someone's insides.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Because when you stab with a short sword, the blade being not that much bigger than the largest daggers, you tend to go right to the hilt when you're fighting. So you can imagine yourself doing the kind of stab you normally do with that blade on your friends as you try to sleep.
So I'm just seeing myself gutting my
Brutal.
friends with like a serrated blade.
Yes.
Yes, that is also in the hopefully eventual custom artwork. Solid black from hilt to tip, and smoking from the blade.
Cool.
God.
I don't know how I'd react because it's a dream, but I'm assuming I'm terrified as I'm giving this nice little movie in my brain.
Yes. And the reason I said I'm going to slightly homebrew something is normally if the sort of default rules, if we played this up, would be you wouldn't get your health back because I'm about to say you technically didn't get a long rest. But I want you at full health because of what I have planned for the session. So I'm going to say you got just enough sleep to physically recover, like because you were still, your body was still fairly relaxed. However, you are going to suffer the effects of not getting a long rest in the sense that you will get your health back, but you are at a level of exhaustion.
So should I... Alright, how do I do that with the commands? Do I just keep note of that?
do it in
There
your
should
sheet.
be
Is
you
it?
can do it in your sheet. Yeah, there's a section
Yeah,
for
you
exhaustion there somewhere.
Yeah.
I forget where it's at, but there is definitely one somewhere.
Alright.
But I
think it's
I
in
believe
believe it's
conditions.
conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in conditions.
Condition?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Regular health.
conditions at the very bottom.
Or yeah. my
okay. So that's not the right command for it in here. I wasn't sure if it was. I just wanted to try it. I know there is one, but I can't remember what the hell it is.
Alright.
But as long as you do it on your sheet, it's fine.
Alright, let me... Is that in like, abilities and that?
It should be under conditions.
Yeah, conditions at the very bottom of the list.
If you're on mobile,
There's
I
a
don't know where it
section of
is,
your
but
sheet.
the conditions section is
I'm
right below
gonna-
your health on computer.
Yeah, if I full screen it, let me set my
Yes.
things to full screen. I usually half and half for these sessions, so I have both at readily available. Oh, yep, there's conditions. Add active condition. Exhaustion
should just
level
be a
1.
Yes.
Lee
And
needs
then run
lead-
update. And that should also apply it for you.
Heads up, there's a comfort. Yeah, okay. Oh, link the campaign. Okay, screw you, at bot. I don't want your Girl Scout cookie. Alright, anything else you need me to do quick?
No, for now you're good.
For now, the torture ends.
So you all wake up. Most of you well rested. Everyone got at least enough restless sleep to have recovered themselves physically.
As Lee needs wakes up. Hey,
However,
sorry.
as Leonides walks into the kitchen to meet you all for breakfast, you've all seen him quite hungover several times. This looks worse and not intentional.
Oof. He looks like shit.
He's got dark circles under his eyes. His eyes are baggy. It's almost like he's got. Mechanically, I only gave him one level of exhaustion, but it's almost like he's gone several days without proper sleep. All of a sudden.
Leo, did you sleep?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you guys doing? I'm good. Good morning.
I don't believe you.
Fair assumption. But I at least slept last night. Just a weird night.
Everyone, roll me a perception check. Sound-based, if it matters.
Lucinda's not going to
So I just add.
be attracted to
Do
that.
exclamation point. See sound or perception sound.
No, you just do it. You don't roll it any differently. Except for you, it's disadvantage.
I don't. Do I
because
need
you
the
have a level of
disadvantage?
exhaustion.
Oh wait, I didn't see mine.
No, I'll take it with. I'll take 3's low enough. We'll just call that your disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I'm so tired. Everything kind of looks like a bit of a blur.
So
I can't hear. Sorry, sound based.
no, I just say sound based because
one level.
there are some like races and classes and subclasses depending on abilities that they sometimes have like advantage. I don't ever usually use disadvantage because of racial traits, especially since they changed them in most of the books or most of those now. But somehow, like sometimes you'll have advantage if you're a certain race or subclass or something for certain kinds of checks. And perception of sound or hearing or sight or whatever is one of the common ones, so I always check. Or always make sure to remind people if it applies to them. So, Reina and Amaya, Robo, and honestly, Zen, I was debating if yours was high enough because it is a bit of a distant sound, but honestly, it's a loud enough distant sound that, yeah, the 4 of you all hear it. Leonides, it's not so much that you don't hear it.
I'm too tired.
You hear, sort of, yeah. You hear some kind of far off noise. You're just kind of too tired and zoned out to really pinpoint what the hell you're hearing. The rest of you, however, even though your house is 5 to 10 minutes outside of the official walls of the city, can hear a commotion that can only possibly be coming from town. Sounds like a lot of. It's quite early morning. It's like 7:30 because you guys get up to get an early start on the day to start planning your stuff. There's a lot, so it's still early enough in the day that there's not like the main road that you would use to get, not just from your house to town, but that you use to leave town in general, like the sort of, it's wagons, so it's not really a highway, but basically the primary road. Doesn't have a lot of foot traffic on it right now because it's still too early. When everything's really dead quiet, things tend to echo more than normal. That's kind of what you're getting, is a loud echo of screams, swords, and shields banging.
Oh.
From the direction of town.
Why are you guys? What are you all reacting? What's going on?
Do you not hear?
No, if something's happening, I can't be bothered right now. I'm sorry.
Zen would like to just walk out the front door just to see, like, can you see the town from where we are? Like, is it flat enough terrain?
It's flat.
Okay, well then just walk out the front door and just see if there's a obvious commotion.
So there's a couple things that you can see. You can't quite make out people from this distance because you are at least a good 5-minute walk away. But like I said, you are still considered on the outskirts of the town, just out, like kind of almost like your house would be like the first one in like a suburb type thing. So you can kind of make out like specks that look like people, or you assume are people, but they're kind of far away to see any detail. What you can see is still the outlines of some of the buildings, and several of them are on fire.
Okay, I guess the whole Xanjar's house is gonna have to wait. As of at least me, I need to go help this. We should go.
What
But
can we
wait.
do?
Lee needs sighs really disappointedly, wanting to go back to bed.
I mean, I'm gonna assume
guess.
that's not just a fire.
Here's my question. Here's my question for you, Leonides. Are you sure you want to go back to bed at this point?
No. Lee takes that thought out of his head immediately, remembering his dreams, and immediately, like, I don't know, maybe like pinches his arm, like, yeah, I'm not going back to sleep. Nope.
Nope, sleep bad.
He doesn't say that, but that's more so the vibe you get from him.
So yeah, clearly bad shit is happening.
Which
And,
is
Okay.
you know, the strongest residents of town might want to consider checking it out.
Yeah, I
we
suppose
should
we gotta
keep
deal
it
with
going.
that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
we
Come
should.
on.
Yeah.
As quickly as we possibly can.
Darn it.
Yes.
I will, as a DM, however, say that while I'm heavily implying I'd like you to go that way, I am not doing it full on like railroading where I'm saying you have to go. If you want to stay the fuck home and watch the city burn, go for it.
Zen kind of
I don't
phrased
think
it
we
that
can
way,
do
like if
that.
you don't want to come help, don't help. But Zen definitely wants to go help.
Mhm.
Oh, Amaya would definitely want to help.
Yeah, we're going.
Anna
just
probably doesn't
I
want to be
don't
left
know.
alone again.
No,
Nope.
I'll just
going.
go.
Robo, what were you saying?
I said I would finish my breakfast, but this is more important.
Fair enough.
Just
Fail.
pure fire every time you speak.
Right?
Robo is
My God,
Breakfast
why'd you
is
speak more,
important.
Robo? We've missed out on this.
Yeah, come
Yes.
on, you got to speak Mo.
He's that
Yeah.
spunk guy.
Yeah.
The deep heavy thoughts last night, the comedic break this morning, Jesus.
Right?
On a
You're
roll.
really
yeah.
cracking him.
Goodness.
You're really cracking him out,
So I
Robo.
So I think it's safe to assume now that you guys have started, at the very least, because you've all to some degree bonded with each other and are trying to keep each other alive as much as anything, are all eventually going to go to town.
I think so.
All right. So when you get there, Zen, with your tactical knowledge, the first thing you realize is that the houses that are on fire, the fire started in the house.
Oh.
And based
call can go inside
on,
the house.
thankfully, some people are starting to put them out. It looks like it's going to be salvageable. It's going to be damaged, but nobody's going to lose a house. But taking a look around, I'm not going to make you roll for this because it's knowledge that I think you probably have as a tactician in combat, having used fire both, as fire and also as fire a weapon. But more importantly, I don't like leaving info I want you to have up to chance anyway. You get the distinct impression, certainly you, Zen, and pretty much all of you really, but collectively can figure it out, including Leonides. You've had enough experience with unfortunate fires,
Yes.
both intentional and not, over your life. That it looks like the fire started on purpose, but not. Like, it looks like somebody intentionally had a live fire going, but didn't intend, obviously, to try to burn a house down.
Yeah, I get
So
what you're.
you figure probably somebody like put a torch in the fireplace and was swinging it at something, and then it like caught the curtain on fire. Not the attack; it was a result of the attack.
Oh.
Are there guards at the front? Are they busy?
Yeah, they're a little busy.
Okay,
Because as you get towards the gate, there's no one at the gate. They're actually about 30 feet inside the gate, fighting two soul takers.
they're still here.
And
Okay.
Oh, shit.
and not doing well.
Oh.
Let's get in
Like
there.
as in so not doing well. That when I say roll initiative right now, they're not going to be in it.
Oh no.
alrighty.
Oh,
got
no.
it.
God.
They're not
Thanks.
dead, but like they're
Unable to fight.
Incapacitated.
technically they're still helping you fight. They're just not going to be helpful enough to be worth putting in initiative. So let me
Two
just start the
things?
initiative here, since we now
Oh,
actually
my
have
gosh.
the. There we go. Now roll initiative.
Two of these things? I'm gonna
Oh,
die.
that's not.
Where'd my
stupid.
initiative go?
Who knows?
You see it, Paul?
Deloitte.
It's on. Let me try again.
Oh no.
What? Oh, and it joined. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah.
I didn't do
You
join
in
it
June or
anywhere.
Arjun? No, it didn't actually. You rolled,
cr-
but it didn't add you to combat.
Ooh, thank goodness I have a +6. I love Swashbuckler.
And it
I actually
joined.
rolled an
We'll
empty
go ahead and roll
initiative.
another one, Robo, because that's a lower roll, so I'll give you a chance to get a better
Wait.
one. There you
Oh,
go.
I
That's a
should
good one.
should ask first. Does initiative count as a check that I would have disadvantage on?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Should I
Surprisingly.
quit? Would I want to quit initiative and do that again, or would you just like me to roll initiative again?
So here's what we'll do. I know there's a way for me to remove you from initiative. I think it's just this. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, and it joined this.
Yes.
That was
There you
better
go.
than last time.
You actually
Yeah.
rolled better. Wow.
Well, there you go.
Damn.
Lucky.
Thanks, Paul. Very cool.
You're welcome.
Remove him. We're forced him to take the 12.
And before you
Yeah.
combat even starts, attacks and actions count as disadvantage too, correct?
No. I don't think so, at least. Not for. I'm pretty sure not.
I don't know.
I don't know if
It's-
this is going to
It's
work or
ability
not.
checks, so I'm pretty sure.
Disadvantage on
not.
ability, but well,
I think
maybe.
that means skill.
Um,
Oh no, it's I guess it would say.
It
skill
only
check.
says
Oh.
ability, but I'm
It's
asking
any-
Paul for a reason.
What are you asking? Sorry, I missed the question.
Exhaustion says disadvantage on ability checks. Does that include all actions or just abilities?
No, you need 3 levels of exhaustion before you get
Lose
to everything else.
Yeah, okay, so I can still fight normally.
Let me see something here. I was sure there was a way it would let me add a homebrew monster.
What's your HP,
Mm,
Robo?
Oh yay. It says it in the initiative thing. 52. Oh, well.
The buzz of caffeine while role playing a tired character.
Yeah.
mm. Oops. Help in it. Oh yeah. Also, bot commands.
I love looking
I
at my
see.
8 in strength.
Shit, I forgot I copied that note earlier. Now I got to go back and copy the link for the playlist. Cripes. Spotify. Library. Playlist. Share, please. Copy link. Go. That's not what I wanted to do either. Slash play. Oh, I see what I did wrong. My bad.
Try to come down.
There we go.
Jeez.
Nice.
Oh,
Get some real battle music here. I like it.
Well, I forgot. I mean, I like harder, heavier music for battles anyway, but I also had limited time because I forgot I hadn't made the playlist until about 20 minutes before we started. So I was like, let me grab a bunch of the songs from his little spa selection that I had to do it through Spotify because Chip changed the way it plays music now. And I was like, let me just make a like 20 or 30 song playlist that I know of songs I know for sure are heavier battle ones from listening to them when I was testing them. So I just grabbed all the ones that I knew were the heaviest, basically, pretty much. So that was the other thing I was trying to do, was check my, let's figure out how to do something, because I'm sure I know how, I'm sure I can do it, I just need to figure out how. Begin. Oh, hold on. I think. Let me see. This might work. If I'm understanding the use of that correctly. Oh, I see. Really? I don't really want it to do. Am I wrong that I can do that? I thought I could.
Once was a ship that was put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T.
amazing.
Sorry.
Jesus, it's so metal, I love it. I'm ready to... I just realized everyone's gonna see me take on a completely different fighting style than I usually do.
Oh, yeah, because you're a swashbuckler now.
I was
But I
always a
think it,
swashbuckler. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it
true,
works.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
get
Retcon.
gaslighting. No, I'm
There
not
you go.
retconning. I'm
Figured
just
out.
gonna pretend Lee needs kind of either lied or like didn't realize he was doing swashbuckler wrong.
He was too drunk to know what he was doing.
He's too.
Like, the entire campaign, he's been way too drunk. He just now realizes his purpose in life.
It's fine. I'm just gonna do something a little bit weird for tonight, but I have found what I need to find to add them for later combats, because you'll fight them a few more times in the campaign probably.
Lee needs
Until then, this will do. So ignore this. This isn't actually a character. I'm just at it using.
using them for initiative.
Yeah. Although I just realized I should probably check to make sure I'm using somebody who's got the right initiative count.
Am I is that a Xanjar ref?
Yes.
I know who I can use that has the right initiative.
I'm gonna have to get Paul to add Stardust Crusaders to the freaking battle OST.
I'm not putting anything that could get me sued, just so you know.
Yeah, fair point.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Next. Raina, you're up first. About 30 feet from you, there are two of these big ugly things.
Oh dear. Well, I want to put them down with my blades.
Don't worry about targeting for tonight, folks. Unless it forces you to. So, Amaya, I was going to re-roll that because it's supposed to be +4, but they rolled a 4, so I just basically flipped it. Their initiative is their initiative's +4, not 8. I forgot that the character I was using to do the roll had swashbuckler stuff.
Snap it to a sling
Thank
gem.
goodness.
Because his dex is +4. The actual character, the sheet that I rolled with is, but I forgot he's a swashbuckler who has +4 charisma too. But I panicked, so. But I did look it up and figure out that there is definitely a way I could add it for future fights. I just didn't know how to do it before, because I have to use an external website and then add it to the Avrae bestiary by hand.
Swashbuckling Soul Taker. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be
no.
legendary.
Alright, A, and then I put soul knife.
Yes, and you do not have to target for tonight because Rawl is not actually your opponent.
Then Sonic. Wait. Oh, I need to put sneak attack.
It's not
Wait, I
soul
don't
knife,
have
it's
sneak
psychic
attack.
blade.
Oh shoot.
Hit C to cancel. The
Psychic.
soul knife is still your subclass for like the 10th week in a row.
Yeah, I keep calling them that. I am my blade. Psychic blade.
New rule. Reina gets either a point of
And
exhaustion or
it's
loses
number
1
one.
HP each
It's
time
number
she
one.
does it.
Number one you want.
Got it.
That will definitely hit.
Get 'em.
Let me just double check something. It does nothing.
Oops.
Oh.
Okay, well then I don't do the bonus attack option.
This is off to a good start.
Oops. Okay, well I have
You
crossbow.
have physical weapons too.
Let's see.
I will allow.
put-
I will allow you just in place of an sort of offhand attack, even though normally you wouldn't be able to. So for this turn,
yeah.
for story reasons, I will let you do your crossbow as a second attack if you want.
Okay. Oh, I mean.
You just don't get
short.
your you do or short bow, yeah. You just don't get your damage modifier. It's just the d6 if you hit.
Okay. How do I do?
Does that even hit? It does not.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Yeah,
It does not. Well, it hits, but it hits it, but it doesn't pierce through the thick, weird hide-looking shit on the outside of this thing.
Yikes.
All right. Well,
is
everyone
that your turn?
sees that at least the psychic stuff ain't gonna work. So good luck. Yeah.
All right, next. Leonides.
Alright, I've been playing this out a little. Does the 30 feet run up to like one of them, and I would like to use my short sword attack and I guess specify the legs.
Yes, you should specify because the legs have their own hit points.
Alright. Do I just put that into command, or are we just assuming?
No, there's no command for that yet. So just attack. And then hit.
Yeah,
and then hit
so
one.
plus 12.
No, it's +1 to.
Yeah, I have a plus 12 short sword proceeded.
So that definitely hits. It seems to do. I assume you're hitting number
Leg.
1 since you didn't specify, and there's technically 2 of them.
You told us not to worry about it, but I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's why I'm
No.
asking because we can't
Yeah.
do a target.
Yeah,
So yeah, that does. It doesn't seem to quite get full purchase. The hide is very tough, but it definitely hits it and it does damage the leg.
Alright. Bonus action, weapon fighting, I am going to attack it with the other short sword +1 I have.
Go for it.
No, it's the bus.
Make sure to put offhand at the end, please. All one word, OFFHHAND. And then you can just hit number 1 again, it doesn't matter.
I press 2.
It doesn't matter, they both do the same anyway.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Inspired
so
by the
that'll
epic
do-
music.
Yeah.
So that'll do a solid 1 damage. And
Oh.
is that your turn?
I'm out of movement, right?
Yes. Because you as a rogue, you can bonus action dash or disengage, but you have to actually have movement left over. Plus, you already used your bonus action.
I didn't think it was true. Yes, it's my turn.
Zen, if you go attack number 1, you will now have advantage. Assuming Zen still exists.
Does Zen exist with them?
It says Zen exists, but I don't hear him.
Oh, definitely again.
Shadow.
They definitely. There we
My
go.
mic is just
Should be back,
breaking every once in a while. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So I assume you're going to attack number 1 because you have advantage. I mean, your options are attack number 1 or number 2.
Well,
Unless you're planning to do something different, which would be weird, unusual for a fighter.
I was thinking.
But you're also a
casting
warlock, so-
Protection from evil and good. I was thinking about
You-
that because I'm pretty sure these things are evil.
They are definite. I will tell you straight up, they are considered aberrations.
I assumed. Yeah, that's but that's my action though. Could I get,
I
let's
will
say,
also tell you that protection from evil and good does not guarantee that they can. That does not guarantee safety. It just means that if they have to make a wisdom save or attack someone else. If I remember how that's.
no, it makes it so they have to have disadvantage on attack rolls against me, and I don't think they can frighten me or possess me or charm me.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm thinking of a different spell. Or a different ability. I'm thinking of an ability from one of the classes that's similar. But yeah, I mean, you can do that if you want to.
I think I'll be greedy. I'll probably do. Can I move like 20 feet? Not be in range with them, but be closer.
Bruh.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just get closer. Then I'll cast that. Protection from evil and good.
Alright, so do your cast.
Gotta do that thing.
Yes, you cast protection.
Is it just protection from evil and good? Is that whole thing?
Just do put
Just do protection, and you should do a target for this one and do yourself. So do minus T's in. Just to make sure. I think, unless is that a self spell or is it a touch spell?
It's self.
It's a touch, I believe.
No, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it's
Oh, if it's self,
Is it
then don't
touch?
worry about targeting.
No, it's touch. Nope, it's touch.
Okay, then target yourself.
Alright. Then I will do another spell as a bonus action.
Is it a cantrip?
No, it's not.
Because I eventually am probably going to implement the ability to do 2 low level spells in a turn, but I have not yet done it.
Yeah, it's not. I was just realizing. I'll do it next turn. In that
Like do anything
case,
with your bonus action.
I don't think I got much for a bonus action.
You can also move the rest of the way in if you wish. You can split your movement.
I don't know if I want to get stabbed though.
Well, I'm not going to say that the whole point of the spell is so that you can get close
So
and
I
not
get.
get
You're
stabbed.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine. We'll get in close. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Also, yeah, Lee needs is probably gonna get murdered. So yeah, I'll get in within range of it,
Okay.
As,
and
I
then
was
that'll
about
be
to
the
say,
turn.
Alright, so both of them are just going to go on the same initiative since I had to makeshift initiative this for this week. So. Number one is going to attack Leonides because Leonides actually damaged him.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I've been preparing for this.
So the first attack.
To die.
Oh.
Am I gonna if you're gonna attack, would I want to say my reaction before or after?
It's reaction after.
You would wait. Your reaction would be after they do something.
Alright.
You can't react to something that has to happen.
Alright, just making sure. Because this is just because how this is described, it's a bit tricky.
These things hurt really badly.
Zen, you don't have to make this roll because of your spell. Leonides, I need a wisdom save, please.
That's also why I cast it, because I didn't want to be frightened.
19.
19, okay. So, this particular Soul Taker, and only this particular one, cannot try to frighten you again for 24 hours.
Nice! That's uncharacteristic, but I'll take it.
Now, he's going to make his first attack against you.
Oh. I'm tired and I'm too tired to be afraid at this moment.
Yeah.
Yep, basically.
25 to hit.
That indeed hits.
Ooh.
That'll be 13 slashing damage.
In
You'll have to
reaction,
do it yours.
in reaction, could I uncanny dodge?
Yes, you can take half.
Alright, half of what again? 13?
13, so round down is 6.
6. Alright.
You guys will have to do your own subtractions and additions for hit points since I can't attack this week with this creature normally.
Dodge
Yeah,
crit
I
build.
the whole HP.
Second attack. 16, does that hit you?
By 1. It hits me by 1.
Alright, so that'll be 13 damage.
My reaction's already used, isn't it?
You get 1 per turn.
Okay, so I can't uncanny again. Crap.
No. I just said you get 1 per turn.
Yep, so I was confirming, yeah, I cannot uncanny again.
No, and the uncanny only counts for the attack you use it on.
Yes.
So that is a full 13.
Yep.
Is going to attack you again.
How could this happen to me?
That'll be another 13 damage.
I've made my mistake.
I told you, these things hurt
Okay, man.
badly.
There's nowhere
it's gonna
to
do-
run.
It's gonna do it. Stop trying to get us sued. Stop saying that.
But it's true.
Yeah, we got somebody who's streaming on here.
If we get sued, then at least I can live a little. Oh wait, no, I just
Except
get
it won't be you getting sued because you're not the one streaming and you're also underage.
Oh yeah.
Also, fourth attack.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Misses.
Okay, that misses.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god,
That's
Camilla.
see if that's for some reason.
And now it's final attack.
Oh.
What?
No.
Don't crit. Don't crit.
Don't quit.
Real close.
Good try. Good news. This attack is less strong than the other one. It's a
Yay.
different
Yay.
attack. It only does 8 damage.
Yes, only 8.
Oh boy.
Well, at
Would
20
you like
health.
me to, would you like me to reserve the right to change it back to 13?
Nah, never mind. Never mind.
So, the second one, I'm going to do something here. It is going to move behind Zen,
Oh.
and Zen, I need a dexterity saving throw.
I love Dex.
I love this game.
Got this.
That's not very good.
Alright, so you take 44 damage.
Oh.
As it
I got off
as
easy.
as instead of doing regular attack rolls, it does what is referred to as a Whirlwind Attack, where it just slashes the living crap out of you.
Ow.
Whoa. What is this, Elden Ring?
Oh, and also, oh, no, that only applies if it does normal attacks. It can't do that in the same turn as the Whirlwind. I was going to say one of you might have to make a wisdom save again, but no. So, next up... Oh, I also just realized I forgot to add something.
Is your reaction to die, Leo?
My reaction is to run. What do you mean someone just got added to?
Would you like me to take away your help?
No. Oh.
No, that's cool. We love
sorry,
him.
I panicked. In fact, I love more people in combat because it's either a good or a bad thing, but mostly good.
Yes, we'll have a spring wedding.
Good.
Robo, you're up.
That'll be lovely.
How close are we to them?
30 feet for those of you who have not moved yet.
Oh, well then. I shall use Flaming Spear.
Alright. Does that only affect a single creature if you put it somewhere? You might want to read the spell.
I believe it affects multiple.
Because I will give you a chance to choose something else if it does what I think it does. I don't know why I'm not just doing this. I can literally pull it up. Flaming Spear. 5-foot spear of fire appears in an occupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex save. So yeah, that would potentially could hurt your people. So you may want to use a different spell. Now, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't apply until the end of their turn, so they could move away from it. But
True.
Don't you have what's it called? Flame Blade or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I have Flame Blade.
I would have to make you get close.
you could certainly Flame Blade if you want to. You do whatever you want.
I think I'm gonna go with Flaming Spear because they could potentially move and avoid it. I'll do it.
And also, everybody, just for shiggles, give me a perception check.
Oh yay.
Not the shiggles.
I love Democracy.
21.
I love this game.
Yeah?
Ew.
I have no idea if I have no idea if Shadow heard me or not.
I also realized I didn't do the disadvantage, but I don't think I'm getting any lower than that.
Dang.
I think the universe is just remembering for me.
You just got
Amaya, Reina, and Robo.
Oh, wait, sorry, someone added me.
Perception check.
Perception.
Oh, sorry, I went to use the bathroom.
It's like the part in like Charlie Brown Halloween or whatever, or Trick or Treat, or no, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown is like, hey, I got a 21 in perception. I got a 25. I got an 18. I got a 17. Leonides, meanwhile, I got a 2.
Better
So, yeah, Leonides is busy focusing on not dying. The rest of you, as you're looking around the streets, seeing results of damage and everything, keeping an eye on things, they're still fighting, the soldiers and city guards further down the road, but you definitely notice that the other two of them that are in the vicinity of your sight specifically look over in the direction of the group, as if they're still busy fighting the other guys, but it seems like there's some sort of... And you noticed it in the mountains when a bunch of them were chasing you. As soon as one spotted you, all of them seemed to spot you.
Oh.
They seem to have some sort of shared hive-like mind. At least within a certain range. It's hard to tell if it's beyond that or not. Spoilers, it's within a certain range mechanically. But they're within it, so they definitely, their heads turn towards you, but then they have to turn back quickly because they're getting attacked by guards. You do your flaming sphere. I'm assuming you're gonna smash it into one of these guys as a bonus action, because that's kind of the main feature of the spell. Is if you're is to smash it into things as a bonus action to make saving throws.
You should do that.
Sure.
I'm gonna switch to call to phone real quick.
Do you want to hit number 1 or number 2? First of all, number 1's been damaged.
Number 1.
And do you want the sphere to target the body or the legs?
Legs.
Leg.
Chicken legs.
Okay.
Chicken legs.
So let's make a dexterity saving throw, I believe it is. Yes. Dexterity save. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. Dexterity. What's your spell save DC? Also cast your spell, you didn't actually cast it.
It's 15 for Warlock.
Oh.
I think it's...
That sounds right. 20 wisdom. Plus 5. Proficiencies plus 3. No, it might be 16. Well,
It's 15.
why are you trying to do a flaming sphere check?
Is that not what it is?
Cast.
As I say, do you no, you did C. That's why I asked what a flaming sphere check is. I didn't know you. I didn't know you had a. I didn't know you had a stat or skill called flaming sphere.
Who knew?
A for
I was. No, you want cast.
A.
Oh, you gotta type it out.
Yes, C is for check, A is for attack, cast is for cast.
Ah, I see.
So do the same thing you did, but spell out the word cast.
Yeah.
I believe Robo has died. Oh, there.
Why did
Flamingo
the
sphere.
A go behind it? Why did the A go behind it?
There you go. Alright, so your spell save DC is a 16. It's your level 7. It's 8 plus your casting modifier plus proficiency bonus, I believe. Should say in your spells, at the top of your spells page. Should be like spell attack is plus whatever, and then save DC should be something.
Yeah, 15.
That's for 15, okay.
Uh-huh.
It fails and takes the full damage. So please roll
Yay!
me. Please roll me 4d6.
Oh, yeah, since it.
Or no, sorry, still roll me 2d6. You just double whatever it is.
Yeah.
So 10 fire damage. The first of its two primary appendages is looking like it's very badly damaged.
Yay.
It is still usable, but it's usable the way that like a professional boxer would still throw punches after they like dislocated their shoulder. They're just fighting through agony at this point. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Amaya.
Hey. Cast Firebolt.
You say you're gonna cast Firebolt?
My high elf cantrip.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think we've talked about this every session.
We have.
Yeah, it gets brought up every time.
What?
Cantrip or will trip?
Won't trip.
Oh.
Oh.
What would you like to do with your bonus action?
Depleting level to heal? Oh, I'm gonna heal. Yeah.
I was about to say depleting.
So that you can still since it's on friendlies, you can still target if you wish, and then it will auto heal them. But you don't have to because you also have to. They also have to add your additional life cleric healing. So if you want to just cast it and get the number and then add the life cast to it that way and manually input it, you can do that as well. It's up to you. I assume I know who you're healing, but there are two people fairly injured.
I would assume Leonides.
I mean, considering the fighter has ways to heal himself.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
And plus,
So that
3
did.
plus 9.
Oh, you did mass healing word. Smart.
12.
Ooh.
12 health. So
So
Zen and
each of you get 12 hit points.
oh, mass healing.
Ooh.
Lovely.
That's a smart move.
I was waiting to see if Amaya was going to turn on the blender and walk in. And although that is a sort of inside joke term for it, based on what spells, on the fact that I know Preceded has read his spells pretty well, I'm guessing he can guess what spell I'm talking about when I say blender. Since it spirals around you and does a bunch of damage.
yeah.
I thought you might do that, but that's also a smart move, since you have the high elf cantrip to fall back on. So, are you going to move?
I'll move 15 feet up.
Alright. Reyna.
Oh, yes.
What the cat doing?
The cat is gonna hopefully stay alive. Or safe
I will tell you,
distance.
if you run in and attack, you will not. Actually, you don't even have to run in and attack. Allies are there, so you'll have sneak attack. It's just whether you want to run in and try to also get advantage. I suppose you could also, if you're using a short bow, you could also forgo movement and get advantage with aim.
Well, if I can get sneak attack, I want to do that.
You know, you're gonna have sneak attack no matter what, because you have allies within 5 feet of the creatures.
Excellent. Alright, so I should
Just
be
a
able
matter
to
of whether
just...
you want to run. Just a matter of how you want to go about getting the advantage portion. Because you're gonna, or if you want to not get advantage. Because if you use your bow to get advantage, you have to not move. But if you want to get advantage with a melee weapon, then you have to run in. So
Okay, I like the bow idea. So I'll stay where I am. So a short bow, and then I do.
you know, sneak attack, and then ADV because I assume if you're not moving, you're gonna aim.
Yeah. ADB?
So, yeah. V as an advantage. You forgot your sneak attack damage.
Oh, oops.
How many sneak attack dice do you get? It should say on your sheet somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably under features.
Yeah, mine. My thing here says 2. Did it not update?
I feel like it should be 3
this
by
one
now.
says 4. It says 4 on
Okay,
D&D
no, man.
Beyond.
Yeah, no, that's right. First level, you start with 1, and every odd level, you get another die. And you're level 7, so.
Okay, 4d6s. 4d6.
Are you targeting the injured leg, a fresh leg, or the body?
I'm gonna go for an injured leg.
Alright, so. That becomes 23. It gets halved for resistance. However, that is still enough damage to destroy that leg.
Yay!
Nice.
Cripple him.
No
Boom.
leg. Fell up.
Yeah, he don't need legs.
We need to slaughter the invasive wildlife.
So I assume since you shot and you used your movement forgo your movement to aim, that your turn is over, since you only get one attack normally.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll just stay here and pat myself on the back.
Alright. What is this guy going
The invasive
to do?
wildlife.
Amaya coming. This is story, so it doesn't count as his actual movement. But running down the street from running around the corner, sort of in between the two fights that are going on, from the direction that you know your Fandari temple is from. You see another fellow priest of Fandari come running around the corner, trying desperately to help where he can. He is going to do something. I mean, he's going to do a couple somethings, but what is he specifically going to do? So he's going to run past. Run past. Run through the group to try to get to the other side, so he's back kind of where Reyna is. But as he runs by, remind me, because I have to do this with dice rolls. I can do it, because it is a monster that will go in the thing, but I'm counting him as like a life priest. What's the extra healing for a first level spell for a life priest? Is it 3, I think? 2 plus the spell level. It says on your sheet.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna check that.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 plus the spell level.
Yeah.
Alright. Also, good, you guys did both add your 12 hit points. And so 2 plus the spell levels plus 8 total. Or to put no, sorry, for this guy it'd be +6 because he has a 16 wisdom. Then you get healed for 9 hit points as he runs past you
Oh, lovely.
and gets over by Reyna out of the way of the main fight. Yeah, technically we just said I wasn't letting people, monsters, or characters cast leveled spells, but you guys kind of need the help, so he's also going to get to cast his a bonus action spell this turn.
Miss buddy.
And he is going to attempt to hit number 1's other leg with a spiritual weapon, which does hit. Main reason I'm allowing him to do that is because I misread something on the stat block of like which spells they had and whatnot, so it messed me up. And I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna let that go for one turn for 7 force damage. Number 1's second leg starting to take a beating now. And Amaya, as he runs past you, because you moved a little bit further forward, he taps that on the shoulder and heals him. Then he runs past you towards Reyna and goes, "I'll do what I can, sister, but I don't know how much power I have left."
I believe in you.
And Leonides.
I just met him.
Huh.
You have advantage and sneak attack if you want to use it.
All right, on which one? 1 or 2?
Hold on. Before we get there, yes, Robo, brother, sister, as in monks and nuns.
Yeah, that's terminology
Yeah.
they use in like that kind of stuff. Now, right, 1 or 2 or both do I have advantage on?
1, which is the one that attacked the gay living shit out of you.
Yeah. So, using my newfound advantage, I'd like to. So I have advantage and sneak. I would like to do. That would be a short sword at ADV and sneak, or is that going to work in one command?
Yes, put sneak first, but yes.
Sneak before short sword, or advantage.
You want short sword, sneak, advantage. And then hit whatever. That will hit. It's halved to 12.
And I guess one of the legs is like decommissioned. I guess I'd probably get started on the other one.
Well, the priest's spiritual weapon did some damage for you.
Yeah.
It is still its second. Well, I say leg, but limb is still intact, but is heavily damaged. Go ahead and make your second attack, because I assume that's what you're going to do.
Second attack.
Are you not going to use your other short sword?
I could. Oh wait, no, I have movement. Never mind. I'm being dummy. All right, yeah, I am gonna attack because I almost forgot that I didn't move this turn. I have movement, so I can do what I want.
Now, if you did, I will remind you, even though I shouldn't after 13 sessions, because you should know by now. But I will remind you, if you attack and then move, if you use your attack and then move, you are subject to opportunity attack.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
You
are.
can't use.
I'm swashbuckler. I have fancy footwork.
Oh
Fancy
yeah, that's
what?
right. If you attack somebody, never
If I
mind.
attack someone, they can't opportunity attack, which makes me ask: is the second Soul Eater thingamadinger in range
No.
to attack me? No. Good. I'm gonna do my offhand attack on the same one, same leg.
Still have advantage, but no sneak.
All right. So I do offhand advantage now.
Yes,
Nice.
and the blow 1 or 2 does not matter. So that's still 7. Yep, that's enough to get rid of his other limb.
Yay!
Nice.
And as he does that, the Fandari priest from Amaya's temple is like, now hit him with any physical weapon you've got. Once they've had their limbs damaged, they stop being resistant to the damage and actually become weaker to it.
Nice.
What I would like to do for my last bit of action I'm able to do is I'd like to move not too far away, but would 15 feet put me at a safe distance from both of them, but still able to easily get back?
Yes.
Alright, I'd like to move about 15 feet away from the both of them.
Alright.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Yeah, just put me in the center of it all.
You do have higher health.
That's true. Yeah, basically, that is my job.
And I will see. Was debating on whether you...
Also, I didn't mean it to sound like I was talking back to you, Paul. I was just trying to clarify.
No, I forgot you switched to Washbuckler.
Yep.
Reina, what type of damage do your weapons do? Your psychic blades.
Oh, isn't it psychic?
Yes, that was a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay.
Robo was asking if your weapons would now do something, and I was asking what type of damage they do because I was implying physical weapon damage with what I said a minute ago. So no, in short, no, it will not affect the psychic blades. They are still immune to that. Is that your turn?
Oh, yeah, that was...
Good, because it's your turn now anyway, because I already switched it. Zen, you're up. You no longer have advantage.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Mayonnaise. I didn't want advantage anyways, that's fine. Well, the one that has, all limbs lost, I guess I'm just gonna be slashing at it.
Fantastic.
I don't have to do the whole -T thing, right?
No. You will eventually once I've done the extra programming I need to do, but I didn't know I had to do that for this week, so... Right now, the creature doesn't exist in Avrae's bestiary.
Is that bad?
Are you using your shield? I assume so.
Oh, yeah. I have no shield.
That hits for 24 damage. Go ahead and make your next attack. That also hits for 28 damage.
Yeah, that'll be my turn. Actually, I'll add, what do you call it?
Action surge?
No, I'll just second wind. I'll save my action surge. I'm afraid there's other creatures I have to fight today, so.
Alright, I'll go ahead and do fighter second. Either the word second or 2ND will also work. Alright. Next up. Them. Number one. Let's see. I have a DC in mind for this. It did roll high enough to pass the DC. I don't know why it's saying rolls a 70 on a D100. That's not what I did at all, but okay.
Oh yeah, and also just, if they're, assuming they're attacking me, they do have disadvantage. I'm pretty sure.
Well, this particular one has disadvantage anyway, because its limbs, two or more limbs have been removed. But yes, it also does have disadvantage. However, two of them are surrounding you, so it actually is a straight roll. First attack. Actually, is it even gonna do an attack? That kind of attack? Yeah, you know what? I already used the other one to smoke you. And as a result, make me a deck save, please.
Oh, God, oh, yay.
This guy is also going to use his special probably one-time ability.
Ooh.
Okay, that'll be 44 damage.
Yikes.
That's his turn. Number 2
Uh-oh.
does not recharge. Why is it saying why is it doing that? I don't. Carlbot, what the fuck are you? Fuck off.
Oh, poor Happy Turtle.
You went for self rolls, not this.
Carobot wants to see what's important.
Alright,
He wants to be a part of
so,
something.
It does not recharge its ability, so it's just going to attack you. 18 does not hit. That definitely doesn't hit.
Carlbot really wants to feel involved today.
Yeah.
No, 27 hits.
Yeah, that hits.
That'll be 13 slashing damage. Attack number 4. That doesn't hit. And attack number 5. 24 hits.
Ow. Is it 8 or 13?
That one's 8.
I'm still alive.
I'm trying to make sure I say out loud what attack number it is. If you hear me say attack number 5, that's always the lower damage one.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
No, I know. I'm just letting everyone know that I'm trying to call them out so that you can start memorizing what things do.
Gotcha.
What?
Is there like a command to temporarily disable Carl?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I mean, you could time them out.
I don't want.
Can you like time out the bot?
Well, you can go in and turn off roll on Carl GG. It's under the fun section.
Ooh, let me see if it'll let. I don't know if the what I have will let me do that, but let me see.
I'm sorry, Zen.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Me and my 4 health are really gonna go places.
Don't worry, Zen. I have an idea for my turn.
I'm really glad that I did the whole second win thing, because I'd be dead.
Yeah. Me and my exhaustion point are going places.
I mean, exhaustion points, I mean, they're not gonna do much in combat. Actually, that's not true. Or at this point.
I did just screw up 2 perception checks that kind of had something to do with what was happening.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in the
Situations
second
like
one
that.
now.
Let me just see what I can do here.
Carl,
Yeah, see. Yeah, see, my moderator thing that he gave me to run music commands and stuff is not enough to actually let me change anything on Carl.gg.
Dang.
Oh.
So yeah, we just see if there's anything I am able to do from here.
Can they be timed out?
Yeah, I was about to say, can you time out people with your roll?
Well, I don't think he could since not me 6. Cobot has the botch wall, which is higher than the That's absolutely no.
Yeah, there's not really anything I can do about it.
I was about to say we
Without
should probably just
Malthus
ignore
here.
it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
We have
We're
to
just
wait for
being
Malthus
nerds.
to wake up so we can bully him into fixing it.
Robo, would you like to bonus act? Oh, I just realized. I need another deck save from you, Mr. Fighter.
What? Oh no.
You ended your turn next to Flaming Sphere.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's death. I'm
Oh
dead.
no.
Devastating.
Mhm.
Robo, you
Robo,
killed our
please roll-
fighter.
Robo, please roll me 2d6.
They roll real low. Real low.
Huh?
Why would we do this?
Roll
You have to roll
2d6.
2d6. You're doing Zen's damage.
Oh no.
Ah, that's exactly
Whoa,
my
two
health.
not one. No, that's exactly the health.
Z- Zen is down.
Real
Ah.
impact.
Sweet, glorious satisfaction of one of the people who before we started the campaign actually had game experience and still forgot about other people's shit.
I was using the bathroom while they put the spear down, so I didn't even know they put it next to me.
Well, serves you right for going away from the from the game and not putting BRB.
I know, that was, my fault.
Oops. It happens to us all.
It's not the end of the world. You're not instant dead.
You'll be
That's true.
fine.
I can heal you.
Maybe.
That being
Assuming they don't
Robo,
consume
Hey.
my soul before then.
Good luck.
My thing's right after Lobo, so you can't.
True.
That
Hey.
being said, Robo, it is now your actual turn. Would you like to intentionally do damage with... Oh, hold on. You're not the only one that forgot to do a roll.
And it
forgot
counts-
about sphere
that
when they
counts
did
against-
shit. I also forgot.
It's total damage before it goes. Oh no, that was the guardian. Never mind.
2d20 plus 8.
Oop.
So one of them passes and takes still takes 4 damage because they're vulnerable, and the other one fails and takes 8.
Yay.
Net good. Net positive.
Now, the one that you were trying to beat the legs out of, you have now successfully beaten the legs out of. Would you like to continue attacking that one and trying to actually kill it proper, or do you want to start working on the other one? Because in addition to being next to it at the end of their turns, you now can use your bonus action to actually bang the sphere into one of them and do extra damage.
I think I'm gonna try to go and get the final kill on number 1.
Okay,
Yay.
so how many flaming spheres are you hitting it with if you're trying to kill it? Because fun fact, you can't do enough damage with one to kill it. However, it is bloodied, I will say that.
Okay.
So it is around half health. And it does fail, so roll another 2d6, please, because this is a different attack. Or this is an actual attack with the sphere, so it's a different roll. Fun fact, there are really good advantages to damaging at least 2 limbs on these things. However, the limbs do have separate hit point pools, so you weren't actually damaging the main creature when you did that. That's the trade-off. The trade-off is, for the short term, you're not doing damage directly to the creature. The long-term effect is you get boons when you weaken them enough with 2 limbs. So that does 14 fire damage to number 1.
Yay.
Now, what would you like to do with your action? Because it's about, now that you've already have the spell up, it's a bonus action to hit it.
Oh.
You can keep in mind when you're concentrating on Flaming Sphere, you can cast spells that are actions, but you cannot cast another concentration spell unless you plan to drop the Flaming Sphere. Or what I should say is, if you commit to casting another concentration spell, you will drop Flaming Sphere.
Is there anyone else that's taken damage?
Leonides is taking damage. Leonides is taking damage, and Zen is unconscious. And I would like to point out that if Zen is unconscious at the time that his next turn rolls around, he's going to automatically fail a death save for being next to the flaming sphere.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's not good.
Plus, he'll then have to roll a death save.
Wait, I got back and we were talking about death saves. What's happening?
If you aren't healed by the time it's...
If your flaming sphere is still up by the time you get your next turn and you have not been healed, you will have to roll a death save and auto fail one from damage from the flaming sphere.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Is what I was reminding people of. I don't mind reminding you of things that don't come up as often. So Robo, you can either move in and heal somebody, or you can do a non-concentration spell attack, or you can drop the flaming sphere and do another concentration spell instead if you want. So what are you going to do?
Sorry, just refreshed.
So your options now are you can either drop flaming sphere and do a new concentration spell. You can drop flaming sphere and do a non-concentration spell if you just want to drop it so it doesn't risk hurting your friends. Or you can keep it up and do another spell with your action, as long as it's not concentration. If you want to keep flaming sphere.
I think I'm going to keep it there and try to do another spell.
All right. What else are you going to? What are you going to cast? Keep in mind you cannot cast Healing Word if you have it, because you already used your bonus action.
Am I able to heal Zen at all?
If you move up to one of them, you could use Cure Wounds.
Okay, then I want to move up to Zen. And then use Cure Wounds.
Okay. Do you want to cast it at first level, second level, or third level?
Third.
Okay. So when you go to cast it, you do exclamation cast, space cure, space minus L, space 3. And then you can target Zen by doing a minus T if you want to, but you don't have to. Zen, you get 20 hit points.
Yes!
Thank you.
Nice.
I would also like to point out that you used all your movement to get there, so you are now next to the creatures as well.
God. My original plan when my turn started was to use Cure Wounds on Zen and then use my Flame Blade for that.
Well, you could have done that, but to attack with it's an action anyway, so you wouldn't have gotten an attack with it.
Yeah. Oh.
See, Flaming Sphere is an action to cast and then a bonus action to attack with. Flame Blade is the opposite. It's a bonus action to cast, but you need an action to use it.
Yep.
Alright, so that's you. Maya.
I'm gonna try new spell.
What is it before you cast it?
Life Transference.
Ooh. So you'll have to touch. I think you have to touch people for that, don't you?
It says spell defeat.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked at the
That's
spell.
hot.
in a
That's
while, so
hot.
I couldn't remember.
I'm sorry,
We all
what spell are
die.
you casting?
Life
Life
Transference.
Transfer.
Cool.
That's a new one.
So I take 48 necrotic damage, and however much damage I take, it doubles that and gives it to you.
Whoa.
Oh. I like health.
Oh. Spicy.
So
you were
22.
So yeah, Roseanne, you heal for 22.
Lovely.
Yay!
I don't think I have cantrip that is a bonus action.
No, the only one off the top of my head that I know for sure that any cleric, at least that any cleric would have access to, is if you were a grave cleric instead of life, you could cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action. But
Then yeah, that's
The
fine.
power of healing then.
all right, top of the round, Raina.
All right. I guess all I can do is keep going for legs.
Are you gonna go for legs on the new one, or are you gonna damage the already legless one?
I guess I'll go for the legless one. Get him out of here.
Okay. So Zen is still next to him, so you still have sneak attack. Do you want to aim and get advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Advantage and sneak. Like that.
That will hit for 44 damage,
Oh shit.
Woo!
Kapaka
which is exactly enough to kill it.
Yes!
Perfect.
Sangria on
yeah,
me,
so I
guys.
tried to roleplay hint at it, but for DM to players, the exchange for having to do damage to the limbs without counting the damage towards the total for the creature is that if you get rid of both of its appendages, well, at least two, technically it would have up to 4 arms and legs, but 2 is the important part.
Yeah.
In exchange, as a reward for doing extra damage that doesn't count to the main creature, when you do damage to the main creature after both of its other limbs are removed, instead of being resistant to piercings, piercing is slashing and bludgeoning damage, or piercing and bludgeoning damage. It takes full damage from slashing all the time. Once you remove 2 of its limbs, its body is now takes double damage from piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
Yay!
And that's why it's worth the time of doing these separate hit point pools. So you can't move because you aimed, so that's your turn. Priest is going to use bonus action to attack the other one with its one of its legs with a spiritual weapon, which will just miss. And but that's a bonus action, not his cast, because the spell's already out.
Yay!
Let's go.
So with his action, he's going to cast a spell. Oh, a new spell. Not a new spell, but a different spell. He's going to cast a guiding bolt. Which does hit for 8 damage because it's resistant to radiant. He's starting to work over the other leg. The other one's legs. Lyrics.
My turn. Alright. What I'd like to do is approach the last remaining Skull Taker. And do I have advantage or sneak?
Both.
Nice. What I'm going to do is attack it with my short sword.
I assume you're going for a leg.
Yeah, I'm going for a leg.
4, half to 12, but that's still enough to take out the first leg.
All right, for my bonus action, according to your homebrew rules, which I just checked, that I would be able to drink one of my potions of greater healing, correct?
That is correct. As long as it is a healing potion, any potion that it falls under healing, you can use the bonus action.
Yep, I still have a greater healing potion in my backpack, so would I be able to pull that out and drink it?
Sure. You want to do the command for that is potion greater.
Just making sure that applied. Yep.
It says at the bottom of the command that it applied.
Oh yeah, Alright. Sorry about that. So I'm going to remove that from my inventory.
And move away or not move away, it's up to you. Doesn't really matter.
Yes, I'll
Zen.
say move away.
Okay, so Zen, you do not have advantage.
Oh, right.
Oh, thanks.
Card again. If you get a chance soon.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
There's no reason.
Wait, I thought Robo and
Turn it
Maya are
off
still
and
close to it.
No, I'm about 15 feet away.
Yeah, never mind. Robo is, so you do have advantage.
Yeah, I was about to say Robo's still next to him.
Oh, thanks. We're just gonna stab it.
Yeah, but you're advancing.
Specifically, its other leg. Good one.
Alright. And hits for 6 damage. Actually, hold on. Let me check something. Because this thing's got a lot of stuff to remember. It's got a huge stat block. Okay, so you actually do 24 damage and get rid of its other limb.
Oh,
Nice!
Technically you need 25, but I don't care at this point. We're getting close to session end, so I'm just going to say it still counts.
we're attack. Its body now is.
That does hit for 26 damage.
Lovely. I kind of picture that after Zen got up, that Damien kind of involuntarily took over. And in this rage, he's probably just gonna action surge.
Go for it.
Do I have to do a command for that? Fighter action?
Yes.
There we go. And we'll attack him 2 more times. Oh wait, isn't there a command where I can just attack twice?
Yes, you can put minus RR2 at the end.
That's what it is.
Make sure you put a space between the RR and the 2. Those will both hit for a total of 58 damage.
Oh, damn.
Zen don't like nerd. Well, Damien, I guess, but same thing.
Alright. What will likely be its final turn. It is going to attempt to attack. Who is it going to attack?
Oh, technically I got advantage on those, and I roll advantage. It doesn't matter at this point, though, because I hit them.
Yeah.
Roll them, because it does matter if you crit.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So what? Would it just be roll for 2 more times? 2 more times?
Just roll 2.
Okay. Oh, wow. Crit.
Ooh.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Okay, so you didn't do that the way I thought you were going to, but that works.
What do you think? I was just gonna roll 2 d20s.
Yes, because there's already established damage. But that's fine. So that doubles to 30. So that doubles to 30. Is that enough to kill it? Yeah, so it's 15 more damage. But then that damage is also doubled. So yes, that's enough to kill it.
80. That was 88 damage to it.
Damn.
Yes, it hit 80 hit points.
Ah, lovely.
So combat is over.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Bot command. Stop. Alright.
Oh man.
That was a good note to end on, like for the combat, like as in music wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are victorious.
Hey.
All right.
Sheesh, that was tough.
Yeah, no kidding.
Zen, you look a little pissed.
I imagine, as you said, Zen kind of just shakes it off as his eyes turn back to his normal color. Yeah, they hurt. They hurt a lot. Yeah, I just did not expect to get knocked down. Threw me off.
So as you guys are talking and sort of looking around, gathering yourselves, you see that the combination of city guard and elite, more elite trained actual like army folk, National Guard, if you will, have managed to take the other two that you saw them fighting down. As you look around, in addition to these remaining like smoke from the fires that were put out in the houses, there are corpses everywhere.
Oh dang.
Jeez. My God.
There are easily 200 dead people.
Oh,
I would
that's
just
worse.
look away from them. Probably.
That's sickening. Oh,
How many people are in this town?
A couple 100,000.
Oh, okay. So it's a pretty big place.
Yeah, it's the capital city of the country.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yeah.
jeez.
Well, I hope they appreciate that it wasn't worse.
Now this is also just a quadrant. This is also just like 2 blocks worth of damage you can see.
Oh dang.
But there's probably a couple. There's about probably 150 to 200 dead people right now in this area.
Well, I would say we should help, but I'm sure we have other business to attend to that's slightly more important than cleanup.
It's just.
And plus, not everyone can stomach something like that.
I think you're right. Maybe it doesn't feel right, but maybe we should just get this, like, do what we need to do now.
Yeah, sadly. I mean, the guard gets paid to do this stuff.
Yeah, they can clean it up.
Paul, is the priest still here?
Yes. And now that you have time to stop and look around, he looks very, very wounded from a previous encounter.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Oh.
He was a spy all along.
You have the audacity to joke.
How
about
did
that.
he get wounded?
Well,
Zen
he's got
just
he's got a giant claw slash mark on his in several places on his chest to look awful a lot like the ones that the other people have.
Okay, well that checks out. Maybe he knows more.
Can Zen do a medicine check at all to maybe help him?
There's no helping him.
No
Oh
helping him.
no.
Okay.
He's got a couple minutes left.
Amaya, can your magic...
And he clearly knows it.
Ooh.
He looks to you,
Well.
Amaya. He looks to you, Amaya, and goes, "Do not let the death of me or these people or the others of our temple be in vain, sister. Find the source of this. End these disgusting aberrations once and for all."
Well, if he knew more, I'm sure he would tell us.
Right now, he knows that he's got about 30 seconds to live.
Yeah. Thank you for your help, sir.
I would just look at him not knowing what to do.
Man, that sucks. I thought we had a new friend.
We did for a few minutes.
Briefly. We'll never forget you, priest guy.
Needies looks sick from just how many gutted bodies there are. Not really bringing too many good memories from his last night.
Sin's probably used to the bodies at this point. Those nightmares about them, I imagine.
As you're looking around, you hear a familiar voice talking to someone around the corner, sounding like it's getting closer.
Uh-oh.
Do we hear what they're saying?
No, you can just make out the sound of the voice.
Who does it sound like?
It sounds like the noble.
Oh, yay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, a friend. Maybe.
Maybe.
When does foe as you
Here, Mr. Bossman.
Yes, he comes around the corner and is talking to Deuce that you met a while back.
Just in time not to help.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, no, I didn't say it out loud. Wait, he can't hear me.
I'm gonna, so what I will ask is, did you at all in character have that thought?
Just to myself, like, before he gets close enough to hear.
I didn't ask for specification.
Uh-oh.
Did Rowena the character have that thought?
Yes.
You hear a voice in your head go, "Excuse me?"
Dang it, I'm not the only one that can do that.
You can do that?
Dang, that's cool. Yeah, I got my psychic soul knife abilities. But it's gotta be consensual for me.
You figure his might typically be consensual, but he probably just caught you guys while you're in the heat of battle and used it on more than at least one of you.
Ooh. Spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes, Rain, as you have that thought, you clearly hear the psychic voice of the noble go, "Pardon me?"
Nothing.
And then you out loud hear him staring a hole through Raina and go, "That's what I thought."
Carry on.
Xanjar?
It's been a long time since anyone referred to me by that name when I wore the mask, but yes.
I
Is
am
that your
very...
real name?
Oh, sorry.
That is the name I was given, yes.
That's what I'll call you then.
I'd really prefer you didn't while you're meeting me with the mask on, but it's your decision.
Fair enough.
I turn to the noble and very exhaustedly say, "Hello, sir."
Hello, Leo. Amaya. You hear his voice in your head.
Oh, God.
And he goes, "Is that a problem?" You can answer psychically if you wish.
No, not a problem.
You're a strange one, cleric.
It's
And then he
cool.
goes back to talking about Leonides.
Yes.
Give me a perception check with advantage, despite your disadvantage normally. This is a specific roll.
Oh wait, wrong command. $19.
As his jacket flaps to the side briefly, you see a very uncomfortably familiar weapon on his hip.
Oh no.
Oh no, I
Whoa.
think it is.
Would that be perhaps?
He unsheaths it. Actually, no, he doesn't unsheath it. He doesn't unsheath it. You recognize the sheath as well because you saw that in your vision also.
No.
He unclips it from his belt and walks over to you and goes, "Your reward for protecting the city."
You all see me tremble as I look at that weapon in its onyxy color and slightly smoky vision. My hands are shaking. On one hand, I wouldn't want to say no to him, but on the other, I really don't want this weapon. I very shakily grab it and just look at it.
So, as you grab it, I'm going to say, do you intend? I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. Out of fear of, is your fear of him enough that you're willing to take on the weapon all the way? I.e., are you planning to wield it in case he finds out you took it and didn't use it?
Well, on one hand, he's not really going to be seeing every combat encounter. But on the other hand, I have no idea if he'd be able to know. If anything, I'd at the very least just hold onto it, and I'd say, "Thank you, sir. This is a very interesting weapon. Where did you get this?"
I took it from someone who attempted to kill me with it.
Is that so?
Do you not remember?
What?
It used to be yours.
What?
And now that I feel I can trust you with it again, it is once more.
What do you? I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of my dream. I'm like, what is? This is just from. This is the one.
Leonides, make me a history check with advantage.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh.
The Knight of Knives is upon us.
18.
Why do you keep
You
getting
have a sudden flash of memory that you feel your psyche once blocked out forcibly. You have stabbed many people with this weapon.
Well,
including the noble. The last person you stabbed with it before you turned it on him and he took it away, disarmed you of it, turned to dust.
well,
No body left behind.
I'm sorry, what? Damn. It's a
you
useful
see me
thing.
trembling, shaking as I'm holding this thing, remembering all this. And I'm just silent. I don't say anything, but I am terrified of what I'm holding, and I am terrified of what I'm remembering.
He then turns to the rest of you, while Leonides absorbs all this. He goes, "My eyes and ears, as it were, have told me that some unfortunate lies are being spread about me. I wanted to come and help the town and also put your minds at ease." He walks over to you, Maya, and goes, "I hear it was you that the slander of my good name was directed at. Take these. And he hands you a stack of his own notes.
Oh. Okay then.
It is at that point that a very high-ranking military officer, looks like probably a colonel. We're talking actual military now, like countrywide military, not these fucking city peons. Comes up to you and goes, "I have a message for the. Are you? Well, I should check. Are you the rule of twos, as I've heard you're now calling yourselves?"
That's something the drunk mumbled. Yes, that's seems to be the name going by.
Dang, word
I-
goes out.
I kind of glance back at Zen, like, kind of like, come on, but I'm still just shaking, so it doesn't really have the effect I wanted it to have.
Here, and he presents whoever wants to step forward and take it with a letter with a wax seal of the emblem of the country of Egos.
As Zen probably was, he introduced everyone. I imagine he would take it, unless someone else would.
Nah.
So, you take it and open it, and it is a letter directed to the Rule of Two's Adventuring Company from the High Council of Egos, which you all know from living in this nation, is there's like a mayor of each city, and then there's one representative chosen by the town based on, merits, intellect, wisdom, whatever you want to assume it is, who are actually chosen from each of the 9 or 10, I think it's 10 cities I put on the map. And those 10 are essentially the parliament/government/judge, jury, executioner for jail courts, etc. for the entire nation. They are asking to meet with you all.
Oh.
What did we do?
No one actually knows who the chosen are. Each city, only the members know each other, and each city knows their representative, but no one else knows the actual representatives of each other's cities for bias reasons. So nobody can be bought off. Or if someone is ever bought off, it would only be one person.
Does it state where to me?
They are going to come find you, provided you agree to the meeting. It says if you agree to just write, yes, or we agree, or whatever you want to write, something that confirms your agreement, and to return it to the deliverer, who will get it to them.
Oh, Zen would just write like agreed or something and just hand right back and say thank you.
Thank you for your help. We had enough trouble with the ones that we dealt with. Across the city, there are over 2,000 dead.
Jeez.
Oh.
And do you know what caused this?
The same things that we fought.
Well,
there were dozens of them.
I mean, what brought them here?
Do you?
That's why I'm asking.
That's why I'm asking in return.
Yeah, I got no clue.
With that, the colonel takes off to retrieve to pass along your message. Now, let me check something. Can you do me a favor, Leonides? You go into your inventory section.
Alright, give me one sec. Inventory.
And search for the word decaying.
Oh.
I want to see if you can find it, because
Decaying does not appear.
okay, so it's not letting you.
I searched it.
Oh, you might.
Sword of Decaying Flesh.
Leonides, did you sign up for my,
I should be in your
Okay.
campaign. I can double check quick going to my collection.
That's the one, I guess. That's it.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, Myth of Draconis. I am, in fact, in your
Okay.
campaign.
And you said you were able to find it, Amaya, when you searched?
Yeah.
I also looked and found it as well.
Oh, maybe I should have put in Sword of Decaying Flesh.
I just looked up Decaying and found it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. That's odd. Yeah, that's not showing up for me for some reason. Okay, that's weird. Do you have it like list? Well, Zen and them. Do you have like the books for it, or
It's not a
Nice.
book item.
Nope.
oh, is it a homebrew thing you made?
Yes, but you should, if you're connected to my stuff, you should be able to see it.
I am in your campaign, but
Oh, this is the sword you were talking about.
Just to be clear, this is the sword that mentioned.
The one that you can't attune with lawful.
That is correct.
oh,
Well, no,
shit.
no. A few episodes ago, Wilhelm mentioned the weapon that was used to kill Jurgen. Is this
Oh
the
my-
weapon that he mentioned? I
You'd have to
didn't write
see.
it down.
It could be.
Well, what was the name? He mentioned a specific name for a sword. I didn't write it down.
Make me a history check, see if you can remember.
Oh my. Okay.
That does seem to be the same sword.
Okay. Yeah, I was pretty sure of that, but just making sure.
Now, also,
Oh wait,
keep
I'm
in
gonna see if
mind-
I have homebrew content enabled.
you probably don't.
Oh, that's
That might be affecting it. I'm gonna turn that on quick and see if benefit appears,
It should.
and also
yeah.
critical
I
role.
have it on for me, so.
Zen, you do also, however, remember that the
Found it.
description, make sure you equip it and also attune to it if you're planning to keep it.
Equip.
Attune's at the bottom of your inventory.
Alright.
You do remember him describing that the sword that seems to match the description, except one thing seems to be off. Wilhelm described a weapon that left a permanent scar on the body that couldn't be healed. This, well, actually, you're not the one that's attuned to it, so you don't know what it does. Unless you have a way to cast Identify.
I do not.
So the description sounds right, of the physical
Holy
description of
crap.
the weapon sounds right.
All right. As much as Zen doesn't want to, he's putting a lot of trust in Wilhelm.
So
Leap.
just be, go ahead. Just go ahead, do whatever you're gonna say.
I was gonna say Leonides is still holding it, but I start to shake a little less, and I put on my little belt thing where I kind of keep my other short swords, like with the hilt still attached to it. I still glance at it a little, but
So at that point, the noble takes his leave, and you all can have a long rest as you go to sleep. And I'm
Yay.
back at home. The next day,
Can I
you
close all the
wake up
curtains?
and Do whatever you want. Next day, you wake up to a light tapping on the front door.
Uh-oh.
I wake up, I check to see if make sure it's still, see if it's actually with me or not, hoping I was just making it up. It still is, and I guess I can walk to the door.
It still is, and as a matter of fact, Leonides.
Yeah.
Please do me a favor.
Yeah.
Subtract 13 hit points from yourself, as this time you literally do not get enough sleep to rest.
Oof.
And you are on 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh.
Your movement speed is now halved, as well as disadvantage on
Wait.
ability checks.
We need to find a gypsy.
Oh, shh.
And you are all awakened to the sound of tapping on your front door.
Zen would meet whoever's gonna be there. He would go to the door.
So the door opens, and you see 10 people standing in front of you.
We're famous.
Oh no.
Oh.
Each wearing the blue and yellow shield crest / flag emblem of the country of Egos on their chest.
Oh no.
They are also wearing individual city pins for the 10 cities. And one of them is glaringly familiar to you, Zen. As you hear a creepily familiar voice say, "Well, hello again, Zen. It is a pleasure to be welcomed into your beautiful home." And what you see, if I can find it, the face you see standing before you is, where is it? Scroll back a bit, and the right image. So yes, first thing you hear from them is, "It's a pleasure to see you again, my friend."
Hmm?
And you see, for sakes, where's the picture? This person.
Oh.
Oh.
And that is where we'll end for tonight.
Okay.
I'm very happy about this.
Me too.
He's alive. Wow, Wilhelm's a liar.
I thought I believed
Who would have known?
everything. Wow, I shouldn't have believed
I
nothing.
trusted the voice in my head.
I should not trust voices in other people's heads.
You guys are. I love that you're literally traveling with someone that has the ability, if they get to you fast enough, to bring you back to life, and your first thought is, "My sword lied to me."
I'm worried about myself and the weird voice in my head.
I
Maybe
mean,
he brought himself back to
life. He certainly could have lied. He could have also just been given bad intel.
I'm expecting a lot from him. I'm expecting him to be like omnipotent, so maybe I should lower my expectations.
Wow.
The sword believed that he was telling the truth.
Due to the length of the fight, we'll just reminder notes for next week. We'll just remove that second Soul Taker encounter because I didn't make you do it. There was potentially a second one, but the first one took longer than I expected.
Were you gonna wait? Was this gonna be before or after? No.
But they were both going to be before.
Oh.
Also changed the treasure list because I last minute changed my mind on what I was going to give out. Alright, so, yeah, so characters don't know it yet, but players do. Leonides is a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey,
Wait,
Me and Leonids have something in common. Wow.
wait, what?
Damien's not a good guy.
So,
Melphis was right.
so what did everyone think of that?
Don't tell him.
I mean, I
I'm glad we
knew
didn't die.
I vaguely may have put something like that in my notes, but Paul, you kind of shocked me.
I'm very excited.
I honestly didn't even remember that there was anything hinting towards that in your notes. I just decided to throw it in.
Oh yeah, I said at the bottom of it, I said after months of training as well as doing multiple acts for him.
Oh, yeah, no. These,
Unrelated or
they might become related. I haven't decided yet. I forgot that was in your notes in the first place.
yep.
Same brain.
I just realized that you were getting all fucked up mentally and was like, what would fuck him up more? Oh, let's have the sword that he's scared of be his sword.
That's pretty awesome.
Amazing.
This is such a love-hate relationship with you right now.
Good.
That
I'm
was
doing
so
my
good.
job.
That's the mark of a good DM.
Yep.
If you're too happy with everything I'm doing, then I'm making it too easy for you.
Say again, make everyone's lives a little difficult at least.
Alright, other notes, ambidextrous. I'm apparently a mass fucking murderer.
These things happen.
Yeah, you are.
Dang. No wonder Melphis doesn't like you. He doesn't like me
Melphis
either.
is
If
like-
Elf was here, it'd be you throwing so much more shade at you.
He
Oh, I
would.
know.
We gotta take his job.
So anyways, there's a new item in my attunement.
The face of disappointment.
Amazing.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know I custom made that item.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I based some of the properties off other existing weapons, but the full overview of it is in fact Homebrew.
I've been reading through the stats multiple times and I'm horrified.
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't read that, let me see if it'll
Like
let
to know
me, because it's a homebrew item, let me see if it'll let me post it or not. If not, then I'll just copy paste it. Or, well, actually, I'll just tell you what it does if it doesn't let me copy it.
When it says 1d4 charges, how does that?
It won't. So that means 4 times per day. I think it says they reset at dawn, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Daily or
recharge at
something.
dawn.
Yeah, so basically at the end of every long rest, you roll a d4. I'll tell you, it has 4 charges in it right now, a full 4, when you get it. But every dawn you can recharge up to the full 4 by rolling a d4, and that's how many it recharges.
Oh, sure. Oh, wait, no, I did do my exhaustion rate.
So, for those of you who didn't read the item, allow me to read it to you. What it does is as follows. Homebrew. So it's a short sword. It is a rare quality. It requires attunement by a non-lawful, non-cleric, or paladin. This magic weapon gives a +1 to attack and damage rolls, so it's a +1 short sword. Also, this sword has 1d4 charges, which recharge at dawn. Oh, no, sorry. The way I worded that is you roll a d4 to see how many charges it starts with, and then it recharges all of them at dawn. But I'm saying you have 4 for it, for the extra story beats. When the wielder hits with this weapon, they may use a charge to inflict 2d10 necrotic damage, in addition to the normal weapon damage. The creature who was attacked must then make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the creature's hit point maximum is reduced by the amount of necrotic damage dealt until they complete a short or long rest. If this weapon drops a creature to 0 hit points, they die but can be revived normally. If this weapon drops a creature's maximum hit points to 0, the creature can only be resurrected by true resurrection or wish, as their body decays into a dust similar to that of the disintegrate spell.
I love magic.
Sweet.
So yeah, basically, what I'm saying is every time that he so yeah, no, actually, now that I reread my own description, in theory, that weapon, if Jurgen did in fact really die and is just brought back, that could have killed him, because he only would have been dusted if it dropped his maximum to 0, which would be highly unlikely. Somebody would have had to hit him with it an awful lot of times, because he has a lot of hit points.
Stab
This is
him.
a high-level NPC.
Stab him
But
6 to 9
essentially,
times.
whenever you kill someone with the disintegrate spell, or with this particular sword, homebrew sword, and it drops their maximum hit points to 0 as part of the kill, this happens to them.
Jeez.
Nice.
I'm not sure why it's not playing as an actual GIF for me, but
No.
there it goes.
It's at a slow FPS.
That's one way to kill someone.
Yeah, so basically, if you drop them to 0 hit points and they are an NPC or PC, if you ever, for some reason, attacked near the party, which I don't see why you would unless I wanted you to, which I don't see happening, but if you attacked anyone that I constitute, basically, if you drop someone to 0 hit points, they die but could be resurrected if they are allowed to be affected by resurrection magic. However, if when you kill them, like, say, an innocent peasant who only has 10 max hit points, and you're a rogue with, sneak attack, if you drop their maximum hit points to 0, so that basically they have no hit points, they die by turning to dust, similar to the disintegrate spell.
Paul, I'm scared.
Good.
Of me.
Good, because I'm not done with you yet.
Yay, that's a good sign.
I love
We're
those
just getting
things.
started.
Yeah, see, when technically 4, but Melphis never really sent me anything written of any significance, so it's harder for me to go back and look at. But when 3 of you send me written backstories, 2 of which, being Leonids and Zens, are particularly descriptive, the reward you get for that is being one of the story focuses. The punishment you get for that is being one of the story focuses.
Oh no!
True.
Yeah.
You have a fancy sword now. I see that as a benefit.
I have a fancy sword, but what have I done with this fancy sword?
Killed a lot of people.
Where everyone?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Didn't
No,
you
luckily,
remember it
though,
when you got it back?
it's now in my hands again, and I don't know how I feel.
well, you aren't gonna kill all of us with it, unlike what your dreams say, because
Unlike what my
you
dreams.
can't kill Zen. He will murder you.
I did forget one minor detail about the
What's
sword.
this minor detail?
emblazoned on the hilt, and you do remember. And once your trauma is unlocked in your mind by seeing Pab holding the sword again, you do remember that it was always there. Keep that in mind. Emblazoned on the hilt of the sword is the Blue Pearl Brewery emblem.
Oh my god, no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
dear.
no, 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 no.
Oh my god. That's bad.
That's...
You work for the people you hate.
Oh my god.
Well,
Well, we're making assumptions. Maybe I'm not.
Maybe
Leo
you just stole it from one of them.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
you
could've
just stole
stolen.
it from one of them.
Maybe I didn't betray my family. What is going
oh my god. Wow. Rampage. Leo did a rampage.
on? Oh my god.
Malphus comes back. What in the world happened?
Malphus is gonna come back to
Yeah.
find
To a
Leonid
lot.
Leo lost his
shuddering.
mind.
This is literally... This is worse than the freaking, like, Mad Dog of, like, Shimano crap. This is, like, literally, oh my god, I just killed everyone, and I gaslighted myself into not knowing. I'm assuming.
That's called trauma.
You killed your
What
own
the
family.
crap? Malphus.
I don't know if I killed my own family. That's not what my... That's not what my notes say. What's going on, Paul? What's
My
going
notes
on?
don't mention this.
Notes are lying.
All I'm gonna say is there are two things about notes when you say backstory notes. One, anything you leave open to interpretation, the DM will fuck with. And two,
Yes.
the DM always reserves the right, if he thinks it will improve the story, to change things you sent him.
Oh my god.
Your character believed certain things, but doesn't mean they were true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. What you sent me is Leonid's as he knew himself before the adventure started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I want to go the route, if I decide to go the route of what your biggest fear is, basically post-trauma, pre-remembering the trauma you blocked out, is what you sent me. So that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm actually going to go that far with it or not, you'll have to wait and see.
Nice.
Also, on my, I would like to note anytime we're at the house and Amaya's free time. Yes, so, I assume at this point, these are things you're going to share with the group when you discover them anyway?
Yeah.
Zen would have
Okay,
wanted to go through, or Talia specifically would have wanted to go through them either way. He's way too skeptical.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
guess.
Assuming Amaya would, let him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Amaya probably would.
So here's the Cliff Notes version of them, and I'll just post them in Adventures since you're going to share the results. You don't have to roleplay share every single detail, so we'll just say you're sharing them when you find them.
You'll realize when I wake up tomorrow and I walk into the kitchen, into like the dining hall, I'm assuming we are, I have 2 points of exhaustion. So yeah, bags under the eyes. My hair is all ready. Lee isn't able to do his like hair routine like he prefers to do, that he totally has, and I'm not making up.
Yeah.
And he looks like crap.
At this point, Reyna believes that both Noble and Camilla are bad.
And they may very well be.
At
Everyone's
this
bad.
point, I
I
think
already
everyone's
thought
evil.
that.
Yeah.
Leonidas is the main villain.
He's got to be stopped.
He better not be.
I'm gonna be scared if I am, but it's not likely. I don't know where Paul's gonna do with this, but I better stop giving him ideas.
Right?
Yeah.
That was something. I shouldn't have even mentioned, like, hey, how did I sleep? Or maybe I should have. Maybe this will turn out for the better, gameplay-wise.
Yay.
Hope.
I mean, I got a nice sword.
Sounds very, very good. epic sword of murder.
That's the gist of what you find.
Oh, she's been spying on him with her spies. I knew it.
So basically, they're the same except differences in who's being tracked.
Pretty much. And in the nobles' notes, it specifically mentions that Camilla and Kaldas at least attempted. Whether they succeeded or not was unknown to scale the mountain themselves. Implying that they knew what was up there and that they were trying to go for it.
They're both throwing each other under the bus.
Yeah.
Typical.
And they both don't know that Dr. Evil is secretly behind both of them messing with each other.
Dr. Evil planted the short sword.
Yes. See, the noble thinks that you killed people with it. Maybe you didn't.
I just passed the history check, Reina.
Oh yeah, no,
That means nothing.
You definitely murdered a bunch of innocent people with that thing.
Oh,
If it was a
sucks.
failed wisdom save, then it would be probably planted memories.
Well, I mean, innocent's a relative term. The history check didn't go as far as to have you know info about them that you didn't know already. But innocent in the sense that in the visions that flooded back to you when you were stabbing them, they weren't fighting back.
Oh no!
Maybe they were just surprised.
I put jobs in my notes, and it turns out I've done much worse.
Damn.
Can't believe you've done this, Leon.
I just want to find.
You also had one particularly horrifying memory recall of a night where you teabagged someone.
Damn.
You monster!
You
How
monster.
dare you?
I didn't press F at the end of Call of Duty.
We can forgive you for the mass murder, but that, no.
Oh
You
no.
teabagged the ashes you turned them into.
Oh.
No, that is not
Cross the
true.
line. Wow.
How could you?
You've gone too far,
That is not
Leo.
true.
Leonese was canonically a freaking Xbox Live gamer.
No, but I will say, there were that when the memories did flood back to you. I will tell you one other thing that I sort of had a rough idea of this beforehand, but I didn't write out what I was going to exactly tell you, depending on what you've remembered. So I'm thinking of things that I'm not even necessarily adding, but like I had a bunch of ideas of what you might remember or not, and I'm deciding what to use on the fly. At least, I would say you had a bunch of flashes of people that you killed. A few of them you couldn't make out faces.
How many faces could I make out?
I mean, probably a couple dozen.
I don't want to ask any more tonight.
Ask if you want to, and I'll clarify as best I can.
Did I know any of the people?
The ones that that you could see faces, no.
All right.
No, that's not entirely true. A couple of them you recognize, but you can't remember where from.
All right.
And a few of them were like basically the face. It was like when people get their faces blurred out because they're in the background of a film shoot and they don't want to be in it.
Oh, no.
My lord. It's all blur of daggers, dust, and murder.
So much murder.
Congratulations, everyone! You're now in a game of Clue.
Who done it?
Oh yay!
Except we gotta know who did it.
Yeah, we
leanings
kind of
in
You
the
know-
everywhere with the sword.
With his leanings in the whatever room it was, with the
Every
sword of
room.
decaying flesh.
You got the character, you got the weapon, but what was the room?
the library.
Probably a little bit of everywhere.
You gotta know what room it is, or else you can't win the clue game.
Everywhere.
It's
Even
gonna be
though I
this
said
house
we-
soon enough.
Even though I said we were done, I now really want to make you make another history check.
Okay, we can, and or you could just have me do it at the beginning of next session. Is everyone stopped streaming?
Is at least one oh yeah, Raina stopped streaming already.
No.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I can do another history
I
check,
haven't.
or we can wait till
you're
next week.
okay. If your stream is still on, feel free to
Alright.
split. Feel free when you go to edit this to splice all our pointless talks in between out, but roll that history check.
This is the
I've
real
just-
important part.
I've decided that with advantage, I've decided I don't want to wait unless I have to.
The suspense.
Okay. So here's my question. No, you know what? You don't get a decision. I'm saying it.
Oh.
I mean, the characters don't know.
Mhm.
You do have the another flash where those faces are cleared up.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Who is it?
There are. Let me check something here. I need to find our previous. I need to find our chats.
I'm never gonna forget this campaign.
That's the idea.
Means he's doing a good
Right.
job.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is more so of a Sephiroth I won't be a memory kind of situation.
Damn.
I'll take
Look.
what I can get.
You won't forget it because of, trauma.
Traumatizing
True.
Leanies, forget that, you're traumatizing me.
Excellent.
Bonus points.
Right? Yeah.
Let me go back in here. Yes, please. Open.
I'm telling DMs would make like really good authors.
That's kind of what they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
one is you depending on the situation you might get paid. On the other hand, it's royalties. I'm pretty they do royalties for books, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you give it to the publisher, you can do royalties, or you could just straight up sell the book if you're a nerd.
So
Hmm.
it doesn't look like you specified.
What didn't I specify?
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna say 3 new faces. You also now clearly remember where the faces that you saw but couldn't quite pinpoint were from.
Good. We finished the clue game.
All right.
We found the room.
They were all servants of yours at one point.
What? You mean at like my?
In the 3 new faces, since you didn't specify an exact number, so I'm making up the number 3, are your older sister, your mother,
God.
and your father.
Oh. Well, that's
How
worse.
could you do this?
Oh my fucking god.
Dang, Leo. That's brutal.
Remember that GIF you sent me the other day, pal?
You
In
can't keep
DMs?
getting away with this. Or wait, which? In DMs.
No, the
what
one.
was-
No, the one you sent me when I answered your question.
You mean the German one?
Yeah, that's me right now.
I'm posting it in Adventures. Oh wait, but shoot, that's the motivational chair. I don't mean to post that.
Oh no.
Not
I
the
put-
motivational chair.
That's me right now.
Oh. The smile. Oh my
Wait,
god.
when the Leonides is freaking guilty of multiple murder counts. Wait,
Kill his family.
wait.
His whole family.
Then what the hell am I doing with with Blue Pearl, and what is going on anymore?
You had sudden amnesia. Now you're just here. You don't know how the hell you got here.
Extra emotional damage.
I've taken
Emotional
2,000
damage.
like mortal emotional damage. Leonides has fallen from combat. You failed. You have lost Earthbound.
Oh no. That's not good.
You know, the reason I said that is I just flipped your message to me with your backstory and it opened and it just says family. It didn't specify, so I'm like, let's go with 3.
Yeah. Actually, I don't. Now I need to. Wrong character sheet. I almost opened.
Well, that's gonna come back to haunt you.
Most likely.
Yikes.
I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm sure Leo will probably be like, "Hey, I killed my family.
Yes.
Move on. Let's, get the job done."
It'll work out in the end.
Tell me, was
mean,
my family? Oh, actually, I'm not gonna ask.
I mean, Melphus's family killed Melphus's family technically.
Yeah, but
A lot of
this is
family
different.
murder going on.
I've been so tempted to use the joke, like everyone's like, "Oh, I have like parent drama and all that." And I'm like, "You guys have parents? You guys
Right?
have families?"
You guys have
I'm the
parents?
reason I can make that joke.
Oh no!
You orphaned yourself.
I've
You
myself.
orphaned yourself.
But my
Like that horror movie about the kid that gets adopted and kills his adopted parents.
myself as in Leonides. What about me? How could I do this to me as the person who wrote the notes?
How could you do this to yourself?
Oh no, that's all me.
Why did you do this to me, Paul?
I mean, for all you know, maybe there's maybe the sword is like corrupting your mind. You
Maybe
don't
it
know.
is.
It's not your
Maybe
fault.
it's not you. Think on the positive side. Maybe you aren't a psychopath.
You gotta get rid of that sword.
I'm glad the person reassuring me I'm not a psychopath is the person with a multiple personality disorder and an actual extra voice in their head.
Well, only one of the voices are a psychopath, so technically 3/4 of me are sane.
That's better
That's
than you, Leo.
insane.
Hey, one good thing's happened.
I got a nice new weapon.
Yay.
I was gonna say that the person you murdered is back to life. Jurgen's alive.
Oh,
Wait, what?
oh,
What'd you do, Leo?
No, I'm
What do you
kidding.
mean?
Whoever did that was definitely not. It was definitely not you in physical form or mental.
Gotta say, yeah, that'd
You
be
can't
a
do
feat
that
for you
to
to
us.
kill him and somehow escape us and move all the way to him. I mean, because he died during our adventure, so.
Our
He
backs
has
were
some
turned.
wacky sleepwalking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, he's doing more than just
Sleepwalking.
dreaming.
Leonides is actually traumatized, forgot who he was, like 14th level wizard
Right?
who just
Yeah.
teleports and stabs people with that weapon.
I just freaking like,
BRB. Dead.
the worst part was that I was thinking like, I wonder if I should ask Paul about like a potential multi-class, but I don't have the freaking like intelligence or wisdom to do it. And now that you make
'Cause you
that
forgot.
joke, I forgot all my knowledge in order to put aside that, yeah, I'm totally not a wizard if you did. But no,
You went to school, you just forgot all about it.
I
Yeah.
went to school, yeah. Oh, it's just like real life. You go to school, you forget half of what you do, you kill your family.
Yeah.
That's how I did it.
Happens all the time.
yeah.
Shadow, expect a PM from me because there's some stuff Wilhelm's going to tell you between now and next week.
Oh no.
Lovely.
Oh, great.
I trust
Slander
nothing that comes out of
against
this
me.
mouth.
It'll be lovely.
Oh, by the way, I'm telling none of you guys about this, or you'll literally have a case to like freaking arrest me.
I mean, the things
That's
that
a problem.
Damien's done, Zen would probably just pat you on the back and say, welcome to the club.
Oh no.
Maybe he's already in the club.
True. Oh, yeah.
I am in the club. I just forgot. I just been having my membership like on automatic payment for the longest time, and I forgot to cancel my subscription.
You lost your card, you just got it back.
Yeah, I lost my card to pay for my subscription. I got it back.
I did it since I knew at least Mina was still streaming, so somebody would have a record that I said it. I added a little bit of a postscript role and description on there, but let me be clear, I still have zero explained how this happened to you.
Yeah. I do not know why I don't remember.
You literally could be exactly the same boat as Zen and not know it.
Yeah.
You have split personalities as well? Wow.
I was about to say, what do you mean same boat?
It was the other Leo.
I'll teach you a few things about split personalities. They're not good.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It was the other personality, emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for
you're
a court
fine.
case. Just say it wasn't me, it was the other guy.
Yeah.
Your Honor, my client has multiple personalities, and the personality in this court is innocent.
You have to arrest the other personality.
You're gonna have to wait
Yeah.
until they change. You have to arrest them, but then if they change back, it gets complicated. Why don't you just drop all charges?
Death penalty.
Oh.
Oh.
So Goodman, you failed me.
Oh. Problem solved.
Problem solved. You mean I'm gonna have to bring in my next in line character?
Maybe that's the point.
Oh.
Turn this
Yeah.
one to a villain so you can play the other character.
There
Turn
you
this
go.
one into a villain so I can play the other character. That
Maybe,
could happen.
maybe I'm just. All you guys were worried I was going to turn your one-shot characters into villains, so you'd have to. One of you that were in both would have to kill your own character. Maybe that's exactly what I'm doing with Leonides.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to freaking bring now I'm gonna have to ask, is Jared killing Leonides as well if me playing Jared, or is Leonides killing Jared well me playing Leonides, or vice versa, or what are you implying? Like who is
Sure,
killing
no.
me?
I'm
Oh,
implying that Leonides kills everybody.
Well, yeah,
And we have to
already
kill
know that
him.
part.
No, I'm not implying anything about that. That was just somebody said it, so I thought it was funny to run with.
Do it.
Next week's gonna be interesting with what I already had in mind for it and what I've now added.
Wanna play?
It's gonna be interesting.
Interested what Wilhelm has to add to this.
And I still have 2 exhaustion.
For now, it's 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
2 long
no.
rests will take care of it.
Someone's got to put you to magical sleep.
That's not how that works.
And long enough gets you a long rest.
Theoretically, but I don't feel like the ground would be comfortable unless you drag me to the bed.
Yeah, no, just go live at Balin's for like a day.
Yeah,
Just
who's
push
that
yourself
guy?
constantly.
Let's see. Balin, I've listed as about a 7, well, not 7th level character, but 7th level magic, so about 12th or 13th level as an NPC. So let's see. Sleep just increases the number of dice. It doesn't increase. I don't think it increases the duration. So he could put him to sleep for about 25 minutes
Well, shit.
tops. No,
Paul,
probably
who's-
about 15 with number of spell slots he'd have.
Paul, who had that flask of whatever the heck that instantly put me under because I
Oh,
downed it?
Balin. More, just go to see Balin seems
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the solutions.
No, not the drinking game. I mean the guy at the Blade Wolf, whatever. Or was that?
Oh, the Crimson. Oh, yes, that was
Crimson
Kaldas.
Wolves. Yeah, Crimson. Yeah, Kaldas. I need more of that stuff off him.
Oh. You can talk to his ghost.
Oh right. Yeah, I'm gonna frickin' call Exorcist. Amaya, you're holy or something.
I was gonna say you do have a
And
cleric
Termite
who
has
speak the
something.
dead's a 3rd level spell, so.
Oh yeah.
Amaya, I need you to hook me up with some of that freaking ghost meth or ghost drug. Sorry, I played too much Payday 2 and I've watched Breaking Bad a little bit.
Amaya would be completely against that.
Yeah, she probably would
I
be.
hope you know.
Amaya, you gotta hook me up with it.
You gotta help me out, man.
You gotta help me out. I discovered too much about myself. People say be yourself. That's a lie.
You ain't discovered nothing yet.
What do you mean I've discovered nothing yet?
Whoa.
That's a threat.
That's a threat.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Not only that, it's a promise, isn't it?
All the more trauma to emotional damage you to death with, my pretty.
Oh my god. It's like 2:43. I'm debating whether to play like Yakuza Kiwami while we talk, or whether to just go to bed.
All I'm gonna say is if you hit 6 days without proper sleep in
I'm
D&D
dead.
5e, you're dead.
I mean, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Everyone else is getting their own stay-at-home adventure, it seems. Why can't I? No.
Stay-at-home adventures. But then we almost die.
Because, based on what we just talked about, because you burned down your own home.
Oh. Self-inflicted.
Yeah, you're gonna come back. I'm gonna torch the house. Like, no. I'm. Oh crap.
But yes, Shadow, expect that probably in the next 10 or 15 minutes once I get off my lazy ass and start moving around again.
Shadow already left.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I make a character meant to lose his mind, the other one who is meant to just be a cocky asshole loses his mind. The duality of man.
Ding. That'll do it.
I'll be hosting a How to Deal with Insanity class just in case. That's not gonna cut it. What do we call it? You need to like freaking send Leo to a sanatorium at this rate.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. You sent me a dramatic, horrific backstory, but then you started becoming, amongst the group, you started becoming the comic relief and butt of too many jokes. So I'm like, I need to remind these fuckers that there's some stakes.
Dang.
I have a backstory, and the reason why I'm comic relief is no one's gonna want to talk about their bad past. But now that I'm the comic relief, I can now be. It's literally the American Psycho. Patrick Bateman was kind of the comic relief and a killer.
Pretty awesome, yep. American Psycho. American Leo.
Also, no one even knows if Patrick Bateman killed anyone in the film, so it fits even better. I have no idea if I actually killed anyone. Paul could just be pulling my leg and giving me some sort of cursed weapon. But I did win history checks, so.
I mean,
maybe it wasn't the weapon at all.
With enough trauma and gaslighting, I can believe whatever I want.
This is true.
Who here has a memory erasing spell?
I think
At ninth level, I might be able to modify memory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be going.
Might be too late.
This, by the way.
Because that's proven to work for this party so far. Continue to keep secrets from each other.
On one hand,
sounds great.
One is the new voice in their head, which is not something too surprising or not normal for him. The rest don't really have too much to keep. I can literally be executed for this.
You might not be the only one.
My question is, why is my enemy's emblem on this?
Maybe you were framing them.
I have no idea why I'm starving at 2:47 in the morning. What is going on?
Munchy time. I'm gonna have some popcorn for movie night.
You're not always starving at 2:47? 47?
No. Next week's gonna be fun, isn't it?
Melphus just murders you.
Not if I kill her.
Oh, wait till Melphus finds out.
Yes.
No, I don't think Paul's gonna let us do PvP yet. And I'm not
probably not, but we'll see.
I'm not planning on PvPing yet. Yet.
I don't know.
I was gonna turn you into the authorities. That's why I'm not telling him about my past.